is good? Sixer Nation, NBA Nation, welcome on in to Philly Take with RB. NBA Playoff Game Day live show. Listen, man, I know we're a little bit late on here. Sorry, I'm watching the Knicks bully the Celtics. Ladies and gentlemen, are the Celtics done? Are the Celtics done? Now Jason Tatum's down grabbing his ankle. That's not good. Wow. 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 Jason Tatum is down in a lot of pain. Ladies and gentlemen, I feel like I've been on go mode for the last 5 hours. I feel like I've been on go mode for the last 5 hours. Sorry, I'm watching Jason Tatum, who's down, and he is hurt bad. Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you all are doing well, man. Welcome into the show. I'm RB, Philly Take with RB. Listen, man, it's been a wild turn of events for the last, 4 hours, 3 hours. Honestly, the entire day. The entire day has just been me sitting, waiting, hoping that the Sixers get in the top 6 of the draft. It's something we've talked about for the last 4 months. And then earlier tonight, we went live and we did the draft lottery. And the 76ers got in the top 6. They got the 3rd overall pick. What the heck even happened to Tatum? I don't know. But anyway, we got in the top 6. The Sixers are picking 3rd in the NBA draft. And after that, I was chopping up a bunch of content. And here we are now. Here we are now. Yeah, that does not look good from Jason Tatum. So the Celtics look pretty cooked. Anyway, guys, we're here. This is game number 4, Minnesota versus Golden State. That will be getting started momentarily. We'll break it all down for you. I hope everybody's doing well. If you guys were here with me in the last stream, thank you for being a part of it. And if you guys are going to hang and stay up with me, appreciate you as well. Sorry, I got like a million thoughts at the same time. But ladies and gentlemen, all I could say is that I'm just kind of riding off the high from a couple hours ago. The Sixers got in the top 6. They got in the top 3. And as I mentioned before, I really thought they were getting the top pick. It was getting close. We'll talk about the Dallas Mavericks landing it and what that means. But man, guys, how are we feeling? I know we have a different crew probably in here, but we are live streaming as many games as we can during the NBA playoffs. We're going to start a ton of draft coverage as well. We'll have a lot to talk about over the next 6 weeks. And then we'll have the NBA draft. And obviously that will hopefully help the Sixers by giving them a win now type of player, an impact player. So I'm excited. Couple things for tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Number 1, I'm going to need your guys' energy in the chat. I'm going to need your guys' energy to keep me up. This is a late night here on the East Coast. And like I said, I've been pumping out this other coverage the last 3 hours. So it's been a long day, man. I'm going to need the chat to keep me going. At the same time, we can talk about the draft lottery. We can talk about what we saw and how it's played out. Wow, Tatum's in a wheelchair. Yeah, it's over. Tatum's crying in a wheelchair. That's done. He's done. So I got my mind's on like 50 things at once, guys, but Jason Tatum just got injured and they drove him off on a wheelchair. So looks like the Celtics are officially cooked. I'll be honest, I haven't really watched much of this game. Just had it on in the background. Okay, let me focus. Couple things I want to say. Number one, again, thank you for all the people that were in there with the last stream with me. That was a lot of fun, a lot of nerve wracking. You know, you ever go through like an anxious time and like after you're just like worn out? That's how I feel. But I'm happy. Nonetheless, I'm happy. This series is pretty much over. The Pacers are most likely going to beat the Cavaliers. So it looks like it's going to be Pacers-Knicks in the conference finals, which I definitely did not expect. But on the other side, this is a big series. You know, Timberwolves, Warriors, no Stephen Curry due to injury, getting tired of injuries, but if the Warriors want a chance, they need to win tonight, in my opinion. I mean, they're at home, and if you lose this one, you're going down 3-1 back to Minnesota. And I feel like last game, the Warriors had a really good chance to pull that out, and they kind of choked at the end. I mean, Jonathan Kuminga gave you 30 off the bench, and even though Draymond got ejected, and what's his name? Buddy Hield started to come on in the second half. Like, it just wasn't enough, and they choked it away. I feel about the Timberwolves like I felt about the Knicks. Like, they're up in the series. I don't think they've been playing that well, but they're doing what it takes to win. They're doing what it takes to win. Also, the other thing I wanted to say, and I want your guys' thoughts in the chat right now on this. By the way, we got a ton of people in here already. If you have not yet, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. We are 97 subs away from 43,000. So if you guys can hit that sub button, I'd really appreciate it. And because we just went live and dropped some videos, you know, we're not going to be in the algo right away. So I need you guys to help push this around. Anyway, I want to know what you guys think down in the comments right now. Should we live stream the Thunder and Nuggets game tomorrow? Should we live stream the Nuggets-Thunder game tomorrow? Because that's the series I'm honestly most intrigued about right now. I'm thinking about live streaming the Nuggets and Thunder if I have enough energy. I mean, tonight's definitely taking it out of me, but I feel like we might stream that series tomorrow. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Yeah, I think Tatum. I think Tatum either broke his ankle or like ruptured his Achilles because that did not look good. Hope everybody's doing well, man. Like I said, I'm exhausted, but we're gonna push through and we're gonna have fun tonight. I'm RB. I live stream almost every single day. We cover every Sixers game of the year. And we've been live streaming a bunch of playoff games. So if you've been hanging with us, shout out to you. If you were in here earlier, we had a really good crowd in there, man. A lot of Sixer fans that wanted to feel love again, that wanted to be injected back into Sixers fandom. I mean, we had like 1,500 people in here earlier just going nuts. I mean, that was awesome. And I'm happy. And I can't wait to start making draft content now. And like I said earlier, I'm going to drop some notes for the channel members, so we'll get that situated eventually. But yeah, man, I think the Celtics are now cooked after tonight. Brunson had 38. Bridges had 23. Towns had 23. Anunoby had 20. So yeah, and if Tatum's hurt, then the Celtics are done. Anyway, man, I hope you guys are doing well. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. It's a late night on a late night. How are we feeling? How are we feeling, man? Do we think the Warriors have any chance of winning this series? Yes or no? What do you guys think? Couple things to keep in mind. Follow us on all platforms, Instagram and TikTok at Philly Take with RB. Follow me on Twitter/X at RBPhillyTake, and be sure to join our Discord. Mods, if you could drop the Discord in the chat, that'd be huge. Guys, our Discord was popping tonight when I hopped in there. A lot of people talking about everything tonight, so definitely check it out. But yeah, man. And if you want to become a channel member and you want to support us, go ahead and hit the join button down below. I'm going to drop the membership link in here. But we are staying up strictly to do this for you guys, man. Like I said, it's been a long day, but we're pumping out the content, and I'm excited to see how this one plays out. Do I think that the Warriors have any chance in this series? I'm not going to say they're completely done. And the reason I'm not going to say they're completely done is because last game, personally, I felt like they had the chance to win. Again, I didn't really watch this Celtics-Knicks game that much tonight, but the way I felt about the Knicks in the first 2 games, or first 3 games, is like they were winning, but they weren't really playing well. And that's how I kind of feel about the Minnesota Timberwolves. Like, they're not really playing that well. So I think the Warriors have a slim chance. They're trying to get Curry back for game 6, but to do that, they need to win one of these next 2, and tonight's the game that they have to win. Tonight is definitely the game that the Warriors have to win if they want to stay in this thing. So that's my thoughts on that. Minnesota, I feel like, is going to come out one of these nights and play a really good game. I don't know if it'll be this game or the closeout. But, yeah. If I'm Minnesota, I'm feeling really good about where they're at based off of Curry's injury. Like, the Warriors are still good. Jimmy, obviously, is not himself. He had that injury in the first round. He's been playing better. And then you have Draymond Green, who's a hothead, who gets thrown out every other game, or gets close to being thrown out. And Jonathan Kuminga's 30-point games off the bench are not going to continue every game. So, yeah, if I'm the Timberwolves, I feel like I'm in the driver's seat right now. And we'll see. Shout out to Banj in the chat. Secret Underdog, the gamer. What's up, my guy? Busy B back in the chat. You guys are crushing it tonight. Thank you for being here for 2 different live streams. I appreciate you guys. I see people in here saying that the Sixers don't want Ace Bailey. Guys, I'm not going to do it tonight. I'm not going to talk like that tonight. Like, look, I was just on Twitter for a little bit, and the responses are blowing my mind already. Like, sometimes this fan base really gets on my nerves. Let's go. Sometimes the fan base does get on my nerves. Like, I don't understand. Like, the first thing that these people do when the Sixers jump into the top 6 and get the 3rd pick is start whining and complaining about why this player can't do this and why this player can't do this. Like, what are we talking? Bro, with a 3rd overall pick, you have a chance to draft a franchise-altering player. Why are people already talking like, oh, they got to do this and trade this and they're going to draft a terrible... Like, it's ridiculous, man. And I'm not doing it tonight. Like I said, the next 6 weeks, we're going to talk about a bunch of draft stuff and different options and things like that. But the Sixers had a really good night. They made out well for the first time in a very long time. So, look, if you don't like Ace Bailey, cool. But please don't be one of those people that are like, oh, the Sixers are doomed and it's only a 2-player draft. That's what they were saying earlier. It's only a 2-player draft. And this, like, shut up, dude. Shut up. Be happy for once. Anyway. $5 super chat, Brian Pupper. Thank you, my man. He says, Knicks did us a favor. They just blew up the Celtics dynasty. Too bad they're about to get eliminated in the conference finals. Ace is the key. Brian, I hear you about Ace Bailey. In terms of the Knicks, I mean, I do feel bad for Jason Tatum. I didn't realize he had 42 in this game. He must have had a really, really good game. Like I said, I didn't watch it all. I just can't stand to see the Knicks win, man. I can't stand it. And I am hoping that the Pacers take them out in the conference finals. Who do you guys think would win right now? The Pacers or the Knicks? I'm trying to see what even happened. Like, it looked like Tatum went to dive for the ball and, like, I guess his left Achilles maybe, like, snapped. He was in really bad pain. That's a bad injury. That's an awful injury for Tatum. I feel bad for him. But the Celtics are done. Giannis wants to leave the Bucks. Like, the East is about to shake up, and that's another thing that people are not talking about with tonight's draft lottery is that the Sixers got the highest pick out of any Eastern Conference teams. The Nets didn't get Cooper Flag. The Wizards didn't get him. All those teams fell down. All the teams that the Sixers were competing with in the tank. So, like I said, just be happy. I hope the Pacers can knock out the Knicks. I think the Pacers are playing really good right now. But we'll see. We'll see. Clint says, we got a top 3 pick. Come on, people. Be great after the season we just watched. That's what I'm saying, Clint. Exactly, bro. Exactly. Welcome in, Clint. We got some Knicks fans in here. Congratulations, Knicks fans. You guys got another win. Looks like you're going to win the series now. Like I said, I'm not here to hate. I'm just here to give my thoughts. I don't know what's going to happen. All I know is that I am exhausted right now. I've been up very, very early today. And I've been literally going through so many draft scenarios in my head all day. I said I had a dream last night, which is true, that I said the Sixers were either going to get the 3rd or the 4th overall pick. And they ended up getting the 3rd pick. If you were there watching my live reaction earlier, you were probably losing your mind too. As soon as they announced the Hornets at number 4, I thought the Sixers were about to jump to number 1 because the Spurs had a 6% chance at the first pick and the Mavericks had a 1.8% chance. I thought the Sixers were about to jump up. Like I said, I'm not going to complain about 3rd, but that was crazy. And it was even crazier because the dude on TV who I went back and listened and I figured out it was Kevin Nagandi, who's a Philly guy. Kevin Nagandi's a Philly fan, and this guy wants to post on Twitter a picture of him laughing with Daryl Morey, saying, oh, I scared you guys. Like, what, bro? The dude on TV, while the Sixers, it was like the 8th pick, and he's like, oh, another team jumped up ahead of the Sixers. Sorry, the Sixers will not have their draft pick. So he literally lied. And then the Sixers move up even more. They jump into the top 4. And then they get the 3rd overall pick. So, guys, I don't even know what I'm saying right now. I'm exhausted. We got 100 people in here, though. If you guys have not yet, like the stream, subscribe to the channel. Once again, follow us on all platforms. Support RB. Our channel just got revived Sixer-wise until the NBA draft because we have so many videos and live streams to make to talk about this draft pick. I cannot wait. I've never had to cover the team in the draft lottery and to have a pick at number 3. Like, the Sixers drafted Joel Embiid at number 3. They drafted a lot of players high in the draft, and obviously some of them did not work out. But with a competent drafter like Morey, you should be able to draft a player that can change your franchise. You should be able to draft a player that can not only be maybe a part of a future rebuild and a nucleus with Maxey and McCain, but let's just say Embiid and PG are healthy. You can have a player that's going to impact winning this year. So I'm really excited, man. Like I said, people are already flooding me on Twitter saying the Sixers are going to trade this pick and this and that. Like I said, man, I don't have time for all that tonight. I really don't. I'm happy they got the 3rd pick. They could have had no pick. They could have had no pick. Top Shot Tesla gifting a Philly Take membership. Top Shot, thank you so much, man. I appreciate the love, guys. You guys have been killing it all night. I think we gained like a couple hundred subs earlier. We are 96 subs away from 43,000. We've been grinding all these playoff streams. We've been dropping videos. We're going to have a lot more draft coverage over these next couple weeks, man. You know, make sure your noties are on. Let's go. Make sure your notifications are on so you don't miss any of the coverage. Make sure your notifications are on. Make sure you're subscribed. We have a lot of stuff to talk about. And like I said, for the channel members, I might share my draft notes with you. So like I said, we have a lot to talk about. I'm so excited. We'll talk about it. But don't be one of them Debbie Downers that comes in here tonight like, oh, the Sixers messed up and this and that. Like, nah, bro. Nah. Who would have thought that the Celtics and the Cavs are about to be eliminated, though? I mean, that's crazy to me. That is crazy to me. Brian Pupper, $5 super chat says, we got dudes saying we should take Con Knuppel at 3. I'm going to fight this fan base for real. So many casuals. Well, Brian, there's one thing that we absolutely agree on. There's absolutely no way that the Sixers take Con Knuppel at number 3. I don't even know why the Sixers would want Con Knuppel. I mean, honestly, like for me, he's not on the Sixers radar. He's one player I've already scouted, and I watched him throughout the whole tournament. I'm not saying he's not going to be a good player one day, but he would not fit the 76ers. I don't know. It's weird. I've been seeing a lot of that on Twitter. Let's go. People are like, yeah, let's trade back to number 7 and take Con Knuppel. But like, why would the Sixers take Con Knuppel? Like, I just don't think he's a fit on this team. I would not like that pick. Other than that, I'm not going to give away any other stuff for the draft tonight. Like I said, we'll talk about it over these next 6 weeks. We'll have some live shows. I'm going to drop a big board every week on Instagram and Twitter. So if you guys are not following me on IG and Twitter, do that. I'm going to drop RB's draft big board every week with who the Sixers should be looking at. But anyway. Guys, any other thoughts, man? I need the chat to keep me going. I'm sorry. I'm exhausted right now. If it wasn't 10:30 at night, I'd be drinking caffeine right now. How are we feeling, man? How are we feeling? Who do we have in the chat tonight? Warriors fans, T-Wolves fans, my Sixer Nation in here celebrating with me. How you guys feeling, man? Secret Underdog the Gamer, $5 super chat. Thank you so much, man. He says that Harry troll commentator gave me a heart attack. Thought we lost our pick top 3, baby. Yo. I've already clipped and posted my reaction everywhere, even on YouTube, but I almost had a heart attack when he said that. Because my brain was trying to calculate, how did the Raptors jump the Sixers if the Raptors were behind the Sixers? I don't know if he did it on purpose or not, but he deserves to be fired for that. Because that was awful, and he scared the crap out of me. Dude literally scared the crap out of me. Like, I was about to lose my mind. Let's go. I was about to lose my mind, bro. The fact that that dude tried to say that because again, like, I went over all the possibilities before the draft lottery, and like, I knew the Mavs hadn't been selected yet, so I knew they had jumped up, but I was like, how did the Raptors jump the Sixers? Like, what? Aiden with the $5 super chat. Thank you, man. He says, about time Deuce Lil Ass got humbled. Let's go. Who are we talking about? Jason Tatum? I mean, he got hurt. Are we talking about Jason Tatum's son? I mean, look, again, Knicks fans, congrats on your win. I'm not going to sit here and tell you what to say or not, but it is very Knicks fan-like to come in here and celebrate a guy's injury. I'm not saying you are, but I'm sure there will be Knicks fans celebrating that Jason Tatum got hurt. And if you're going to celebrate an injury, like, have some class. You know what I mean? It's weird stuff. But I'm not surprised when it comes to the Knicks fan base. I mean, that team wins one game in a playoff and jumps outside their arena like they just won the finals. So it doesn't really surprise me. But I would say be humble and beware, because the Pacers are coming, man. Like, they have played very hard. I'm surprised with the Pacers, but they're on a roll right now. And I know they beat you last year, weren't really healthy. But the Pacers are playing good ball right now, so I wouldn't celebrate just yet. But congrats on your win. Anyway. What else we got? So it's Timberwolves, Warriors, Game 4. What do we think the final score of this game is going to be? This is a late start, by the way. Half hour late. What do we think the final score is going to be tonight? Once again, welcome on into the Playoff Game Day Live Show. We are off here in Golden State. Draymond going to smack one away. Goes right back to Minnesota. Minnesota rocking their white jerseys tonight. Warriors rocking the black jerseys. First one missed from 3. It's all good. I'll get my energy going, man. Draymond floats it up and in. Guys, hit the like button for me, man. Subscribe to the show. Welcome on in. We'll get the other scoreboard up here going. It's a late night on the late night, but we are here after celebrating many times about the Sixers getting the 3rd pick. Butler fouled on the other end. My final score prediction tonight, I think the Wolves are going to win this 103-97. I think the Warriors will keep it close again, but I just don't think they have enough. And I think the Wolves will find a way to get it done. What do you guys think? Of course, my scoreboard's not working. Let's see. There we go. All right, here we go. I'm going 103-97 Wolves tonight. Let's see. Golden State leads by 3. Podziemski drives down the lane, turns, spins, floats it up. Got it to go. Brandon Podziemski puts the Warriors up by 5. Top Shot says cheering for injury is bad juju. I agree. I hate that he got hurt. Never want to see that. I agree, Busy. Yeah, it's classless to celebrate an injury, but like I said, I'm not surprised. Draymond down the other end misses it short. Warriors lead by 2. Brian says Rat City RB, it fits them. Randall drives all the way in and nods it up at 5. Once again, welcome in Playoff Game Day Live. Thank you all for being here on the late night. Didn't know if I'd have the energy to do this. I'm going to try my best, but we are celebrating a 3rd overall pick. Life could be saved here in Basketball Town in Philly. We will see. Buddy Hield at the top, going to cross over, drive downhill, and he was hacked on the arm. I think for the Warriors in this game, all they can do, honestly, is what they did last game and hope that they can execute better in the 4th quarter. I think for the Timberwolves, Anthony Edwards has to get going from the start of the game. He was fantastic in the second half the other night. Jaden McDaniels was pretty good, right? Had a couple other guys. Obviously, Julius Randle's been pretty stout. Rudy Gobert's got to be the guy too, right? He's got to bang the Warriors down low. Warriors playing without a center. Tonight, they started Trace Jackson Davis again, and Steve Kerr's done that the last couple games, but then he usually takes out the center and doesn't play with the center a lot, so I would expect the Warriors to probably go back small again. So Rudy Gobert's got to be a factor, even though I don't think he can do it. I think he's overrated, but that's kind of where my thoughts are at with this series. Cool J says 107-100 Warriors. What's up, Cool J? Long time no see, man. Edwards going to drive. He's fouled en route to the basket. Banj 93-88 Warriors. Busy says 93-87 Wolves. Tatum probably out next year too. That'd be worst case scenario for the Celtics. Brian, if you're right, if Tatum is out next year, then yeah, their dynasty might be done. Well, actually, it's not a dynasty at all, but it might be cooked. Clint says 108-101 Wolves. Traps is 113-100. Chad says 102-97 Wolves. Jimmy Butler not scoring 30 again. Wolves 110-97, says Richie. Anthony Edwards going to knock down the free throw. 6-6 to begin this game. I'm wearing my Wake Up the Neighbors tee today. RB forgot to mention that. Let's go, Bench. I don't know if we could wake up the neighbors tonight. I already did enough screaming earlier. They're pissed off right now. If we get to 100 likes, we're going to have to play the air horn, but I don't know. The neighbors are pissed off after all that screaming I did earlier. Butler turns, fades away, can't get it to fall. That one rolling out of bounds, and it's going to stay with Golden State. All right, so for all my Sixers fans in here, let me ask you guys this. Did you realistically think that the Sixers were going to get a top 3 pick tonight? How do you feel? Do you feel better than expected? Do you feel the same as you expected? Do you feel worse? How are you feeling about the Sixers' 3rd overall draft pick? Here's Jimmy Butler turning the corner, dumps it down low. Davis getting big against Gobert at the buzzer. Hield chucked one up, and it's nowhere near the hole. Here's Julius Randle. Randle guarded by Buddy Hield. Julius Randle going to cross over drive, kick to the corner. Conley dribbles in. Conley at the high post, going to find Edwards. Edwards going all the way. Reverse lay. Can't get it to go. Rolled off the railing. Gobert fighting for it. And somehow it bounces back to Minnesota. Here's Julius Randle, and he was fouled. Guys, I'm being for real. I had a dream last night that the Sixers got the 3rd or 4th pick, and they actually got it. I thought once they got into the top 4 and we saw the Hornets at 4, I thought the Sixers were getting Cooper Flagg for a second. But I'm just, like I said before the draft lottery stream earlier, the fact that they got in the top 6 is a win in itself, and the fact they got top 3 is just tremendous. Nobody should be mad about that tonight. Randle going to turn, put his shoulder down, float one up. That one rolls off, picked up by Golden State, and here they come. 8:07 to play here in the first. Jackson Davis going to hand it off to Podziemski. Podziemski drives around the screen, puts it up, and got the midi to go. Top Shot Tesla member for 3 months says, are you starting the pick out of the gate? Edwards going to pull up a 3, and he knocks it down. Cha-ching. Am I starting the pick out of the gate? Well, I think that depends on a lot of factors. Number one being, who is the pick? You know, it's not guaranteed that the Sixers could say get Ace Bailey or whoever. Like, what if they get Dylan Harper? You know, like, there's a lot of different possibilities, so I think it's too early to answer that. Do I hope that they can start the pick? Absolutely. I mean, a top 3 pick should be able to impact winning now, you know? Buddy Hield going to chuck up a 3. That one's off. Another comparison I bring, though, as I mentioned on the stream earlier, is Reed Shepherd with the Rockets, right? Reed Shepherd was the 3rd overall pick last year. I was at Summer League. He looked really good. And people were talking about him like he was going to be the next big thing. And that guy couldn't even play in the playoffs. So he barely played. The Rockets had too many guards. So that's why I've been kind of hesitant on the whole guard thing. Because I just feel like, hey, like, again, a number 3 pick, like, you have to draft the best talent available usually. But there's a lot of different circumstances that kind of play into it, you know? That's why people are trying to sell me on the idea that the Sixers might end up trading the pick. Well, like, again, maybe. We don't know yet. But we're way too early to talk about all that, you know? Anyway, 140 people in the chat, guys. If you are just tuning in, welcome into the late night. We got the playoff game day live going. I'm live streaming as many games as I can. I do this same type of show all year for the Sixers, but I thought it'd be fun to go on a live stream marathon. And we just streamed the draft lottery earlier. Now we're back for this game. So be sure to like the show, get us to 100, and help us get to 43,000 subs tonight. Randle going to dump it off to Edwards. 7 on the shot clock. Edwards going to drive in mid-range, turns, fades away, can't get the bounce. Gobert tried to tap it, missed it again. Picked up by Golden State. I'll tell you, man, Rudy Gobert has not really made an impact in this series. The guy flails his arms around, doesn't really rebound the ball. He should be way more utilized for his size, and he's just not right now. Podziemski turns, fades away off the rim. Butler tracks it down. Here's Golden State again. Draymond Green from the wing. Got it this time. Draymond gets it to fall. By the way, your starting lineups tonight, I didn't even mention. Anthony Edwards, Mike Conley, Julius Randle, Jaden McDaniels, Rudy Gobert. Here is Mike Conley, fades it out to the corner. McDaniels going to drive in with the left. He turns, he spins, steps back. McDaniels got it to fall. And for the Golden State Warriors, it is Brandon Podziemski, Buddy Hield, Jimmy Butler, Draymond Green, and Trace Jackson Davis. Here is Gary Payton II in for the first time. Going to find Draymond. Draymond finds a cutting Jimmy in the lane. Kicks it out. Payton to the corner. 3-ball. Podziemski couldn't get it to sink. And there is Conley on the other end. Minnesota finding a groove. We have a timeout on the floor. All right. I want to do an exercise here, man. If you guys were in here earlier tonight and you are back, I want you to drop a yes, sir, in the chat. I want to know who's been in here all night long, man. And if you are, I want to shout you out for being a real Philly Take trooper, man. If you guys have any questions for me, drop them in the chat. I will do my best to get to them all. I see Busy dropping the member emojis. I love to see those lighting up the chat. Thank you, Busy. And yeah, drop those tank emojis. Guys, the tank worked. I don't even think I said that on the stream earlier. The tank worked. The Raptors and the Nets, they got screwed. Wizards and Jazz, they got screwed. Matter of fact, none of the teams with the worst record have ever picked number one in the draft lottery era. The Sixers got the highest pick out of any team in the East. So the tank worked, man. It did. Riaz in the chat. What's up, Riaz? Busy says, didn't he get Summer League MVP? I don't know. He might have. He was really good. And he didn't even play in the playoffs, if you're talking about Reed Shepherd. Richie says, can you trust Daryl Morey? I mean, you have to, right? Daryl Morey's been pretty good at drafting. You have to trust him to make this pick. And, I mean, there was a meme going around. Did you guys see the Daryl Morey meme? I actually posted it on my Twitter. Did you guys see the Morey meme going around? It was a recreate of the Jimmy Butler meme. Here it is. Guys, I mean, Daryl Morey, like, this pick could have potentially saved his job. I'm not even kidding. Look at this, man. This is Daryl Morey. Remember the Jimmy Butler meme in the bubble? Daryl Morey literally recreated the Jimmy Butler meme. This is the expression of a man who knows that his job is going to be on the line, who knows that he might have one more chance to win an NBA Finals. This is literally the new Jimmy Butler meme. And it's also another great part of tonight. But yeah, I mean, you have to trust Daryl Morey, right? I mean, he's got to make the right decisions now. It's now or never. We're going to make a video probably in the next couple weeks looking at all the Sixers' recent draft picks. They have had some very curious picks at number 3 overall, I will say. One of them was Joel Embiid. So that's what I'm hanging my hat on, and that's what I'm hoping for. Let's see. Riaz says, I got here a little late after tip-off. David in the chat, he was here earlier. Banj in here. Busy B was in here earlier. Thank y'all for being here, man. Riaz says, RB, do you think it's kind of messed up that these sad teams can't get better? I think there's an issue with the draft lottery, not because I think they should go back to the old way where the worst team gets the first pick, the second team gets the second. Like, I don't think it should be that way. But you know what I think the issue is, Riaz? I don't think that the Mavericks, who made the NBA play-in game, should have a chance at the number 1 pick. Like, I think the top 10 or whatever, the top 8, need to have a significantly better chance of getting the top picks. So that is personally where I think the lottery is flawed. And I think that's why Adam Silver is now seeing it not pay off, right? Like, the bad are going to stay bad because they're not getting the premier players. Meanwhile, the Mavericks, and I'm already seeing the conspiracy theories float around. right? Adam Silver, they're saying force Luka to the Lakers. Now he helps the Mavs out by getting Cooper Flagg. I mean, the Mavs didn't need Cooper Flagg with Kyrie and AD, right? Like, obviously they're thrilled about it, but the Wizards needed Cooper Flagg. The Nets needed him. You know what I mean? So if I had to make a change to the lottery process, that's probably what I would do. I would not let the, 10 to 14 teams have a chance to get the first pick. It's now happened 2 years in a row, by the way. The Hawks did it and the Mavs did it. Kuminga goes right in, threading his way to the basket, 14 to 14. Would you trade the Clippers 28 first and our third overall PG for the number 1 pick and salary filler? No, I wouldn't do that. No way. Here's Jaden McDaniels, going to pull up, dribble, got hit on the shot. It's going to be a foul on Draymond. Draymond is already losing his mind. I don't know why. I mean, he literally ran into McDaniels. That's another thing I'm already seeing too, which is just driving me nuts. People are like, oh, should we trade the pick to get off Paul George's contract? Guys, you don't trade a third overall pick to get off a contract. That doesn't happen in sports. People are saying that the Sixers should literally just get rid of the pick just to get off Joel and PG's contract. That's not how things work. That's like 2K GMing. You have a third pick. You have a chance to draft someone that can change the franchise. You don't get rid of that pick unless it's for probably a young superstar phenom. Excuse me. If you have a chance to trade the third pick and get a young superstar that's 24 years old, okay, I'll consider it. But other than that, why would you trade it? That's my thoughts. Here's Jackson Davis going to find Podziemski. Podziemski against DiVincenzo in for the first time, and he's fouled. Naz Reid in as well. Guys, we got 170 people in here. Please do me a favor. Like the stream. All right, we're at 57 right now. Can we get this to 100 likes? I just want to be able to push this content out to more viewers, and the way we do that is by letting the algorithm know that we enjoy it. So if you guys have not yet, please like the stream and help us get to 43K subs tonight. We're working overtime, man. Podziemski missed the floater. Here come the Timberwolves. Edwards, Randall one-on-one against Draymond. 4:28 to go in the first. Randall going to turn, put his shoulder down, fade over Draymond. Got it again. Yo, Julius Randle's had a nice soft touch in this series. He's been really good in the playoffs this year, contrary to what he has done in his career. Jackson Davis going to find a lane right to the rim and throws it down. Looked like Draymond was out here like playing football for a second. Randall going to pop a three, and he drills it. Yo, he is cooking. Busy says, I can't believe the Mavs jumped everyone. What do you guys think about the Mavs getting the first pick? Do you think there's any fishy business going on there? GP2 going to find Draymond wide open up top. He pops a three and lets it go. Golden State back to a 2-point game. 21-19 they trail. Warriors doing what they can to stay in this game so far. Here's Randall up at the top. Plucked by Davis. Lost it out of bounds. I'm so tired. I don't know how you're going to do this, RB. I'm exhausted, bro. I'm here to do this for you guys and to continue to give you the content. We're pumping it out as much as we can. Jimmy Butler going to hand it off to GP2. Crosses over, kicks it back. Jimmy Butler up at the top, guarded by Edwards. Butler driving downhill, goes all the way, kicks to the corner. Kuminga for three. Can't get the bounce. So you wouldn't do it for Giannis? Randall misses the floater. Hold on, I'll answer that in a second. Kuminga at the top, going to step over, kicks it out to the corner, wide open, GP2 for three, and that one goes. Warriors back on top. It's 22-21, 2:53 to go here in the first. You know, my buddy actually texted me that after my stream earlier. He asked me that too. He said, would you trade the number 3 overall pick for Giannis? And I said, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, I would trade the 3rd pick for Giannis. But would that ever happen? No, it wouldn't happen. Because you know why? Bucks would come in and they would say, we'll take the 3rd pick. We'll take Jared McCain. We'll take Tyrese Maxey. Oh, and while you're at it, we'll take Quentin Grimes too. That's probably what the Bucks would say. And we'll take your unprotected pick in 28. Like, the thing that gets me is that people think that Giannis is going to get traded for 1 draft pick. It's not going to happen, man. Giannis is getting traded for 5 draft picks if he gets traded. And salary filler. And probably a couple young pieces. In terms of the Mavericks thing, do I think that the Mavs would trade the 1st pick to get Giannis? Honestly, with Nico Harrison, I think they would. I think, honestly, the Mavs would do that. Because the Mavs view their timeline, as Nico Harrison put it, as let's win now, right? So if you can get Giannis with Anthony Davis and Kyrie, I think Nico Harrison would do that. And I don't think that would be like the worst thing in the world. Now, again, Cooper Flagg's potential down the line is like he has the chance to, he has a chance to be a great. Obviously, he's just getting started, but, Giannis wants to win. And that's the other thing about tonight. Like, I mean, not to laugh at the Nets, but I have to laugh at the Brooklyn Nets. They think that they're getting Giannis. Giannis is on quote saying, I have to win a championship again. Like, I'm not going to be able to like sleep if I don't win a championship. So what makes you think that Giannis is going to win a championship in Brooklyn, one of the most incompetent franchises in the NBA? Like, do we really think Giannis is going to go to Brooklyn just to get money? No, he's not. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Giannis is going to go somewhere that he can win. Anyway, I don't know how I got on that subject. Top Shot says Nico manifested the number 1 pick. I respect it. Does Flag play like Dirk Nowitzki? Not exactly. Not exactly. I think Flag has more to his game than Dirk does. Dirk obviously is better at what he is, Dirk is better at his specialty than Cooper Flag, right? Like, I mean, Dirk's one of the best post players of all time, but Cooper Flag, like, the kid just turned 18 years old, and if you watch him, like, he just makes the right play every time. Whether that's facilitating, whether that's working out of the post, rebounding, defending. If he continues to develop, like, Cooper Flag can just be like an all-around. Like, I don't think he's going to be a top scorer in the NBA. I don't think he's going to be like a 35-point-per-game guy. He's just going to be a guy that can do everything. Like, he'd probably be another, like, prime candidate to average a triple-double. He'd be another candidate to average a triple-double. Not because he's always going to be the number 1 option on the team, but he's just going to do everything and impact winning. RB, would you entertain a trade back? Washington 6 and 18 and next year's unprotected first for number 3. I mean, I don't know, man. I got to think about that. It's intriguing. I mean, if you're getting an unprotected first next year, it's definitely intriguing. DiVincenzo missed the reverse. Gobert misses the tap. But then again, it's like, it all depends on what your draft board looks like, right? Because next year's draft might not be as good as this one. This one is very top heavy. See, the way that NBA front offices operate, if they have a guy that they view is special and they're not going to be able to get a guy like that in the future, they're going to draft him. Even if it's at the same position, as Naz Reid floats one in. As Daryl Morey said in his ex-oppressor, we're going to draft whatever talent is best available, and we're going to find a way to make it fit. Which is why I actually think they're in a high leverage spot at number 3 as opposed to number 2, as Kuminga is fouled en route to the basket. Because I think that the 76ers, or let's just say the NBA consensus is that Dylan Harper is going to go number 2. And I just don't know how that would fit with the current guard rotation that the Sixers have. Now, again, we have a lot of time until the draft comes, and I want to remind people of that. Not to get off on a tangent here because I'm trying to call this game, but there's going to be a lot of time. Like, the combine starts this week. right? And then we're going to, like, there's always guys that rise and fall from now until the draft. So Ace Bailey might not even be a top 5 pick in a month and a half. Same thing with whoever else, right? But if there's a guy there that the Sixers evaluate and they see like, hey, this guy has superstar traits, we're not going to get another stab at a player like this, they're going to draft him. But I'm sure teams will make offers for sure, especially with the Sixers who have players that are already win now players. Here's Golden State leading by 150 to go in the first quarter. Jimmy Butler guarded by Alexander Walker. Butler going to drive to the rack, turn through it to nobody. I don't know why Butler's deferring in that situation. Minnesota driving it down the floor. Gobert, Reed kicks it out. Edwards drives into the lane, goes up. And he lost it. Then it went off the shoe of Edwards. He was sitting out of bounds, though. Nick Marchetti, $2 super chat, says, any chance that Harper falls to number 3? Yeah, of course there's a chance, man. There's definitely a chance. Kuminga drives right through the traffic. Kuminga's been playing amazing. One thing about Dylan Harper, which I mentioned on the stream earlier, before I really thought about it more, is the Spurs just traded for De'Aaron Fox. They also have Stephon Castle, who's probably going to win Rookie of the Year, as DiVincenzo airballs a 3. So the Spurs have Stephon Castle and De'Aaron Fox. Do they want to bring in Dylan Harper to that team, you know? Maybe the Spurs trade out and one of these other teams trade up to get Harper. Or maybe it's a different player, right? There's a lot of time from now until the draft. Trust me, things change. As Kuminga knocks one down. Like, guys grade out well and guys grade out really bad in the combine sometimes. There's things that come up. There could be a medical issue. There could be an off-the-field issue. Or not field, court. There could be an off-the-court issue. So I think we already need to just take a chill pill and just wait and see what happens. But the Sixers are in a really good spot. 30 seconds to go here in the first quarter. After the make, it's 28-25. Looney up at the top, guarded by Gobert. He's going to hand it off to Buddy Hield. Hield coming around a screen. Hield with the left hand, one bounce. Looney kicks it. Kuminga to the corner. GP2 for 3. He airballed it. 6 seconds to go. Anthony Edwards against GP2, and he's fouled. Guys, we're going to have so much time to talk about the Sixers draft. Tons of time to talk about our big board and who we would pick. Like I said, we'll have a big board coming out every week on social media. So be sure to follow me on Twitter/X and Instagram. Guys, 200 people in the chat. We have 70 likes. Come on, man. Guys, we are up at almost midnight. We're up at almost midnight talking to you guys and covering this game. And there goes Alexander Walker right to the rack. Beautiful take. Big bucket by Minnesota. Here's the buzzer. Oh, it bounces around and rattles out. I thought GP2 had a buzzer beater. The Warriors chucked it down the floor with 1 second. And GP2 floated it up, almost had it. But yeah, guys, I'm going to be watching the Combine this week. There's a lot of stuff to take in for sure. Keep in mind the Sixers also have the 35th pick, so that's another chance for a high impact player. So I'm excited, man. Guys, we got almost 200 people in here still. Do me a favor, like the stream, get us to 100 likes. We are 86 subs away from 43K. Can we get it there tonight? Here's a question I have for you guys. Who do you think's going to win, the Thunder or the Nuggets? Who do you think's going to win out of OKC and Denver? Because OKC was starting to rattle yesterday, and they actually matured very well in the fourth quarter and kept it together, and they ended up winning that game. And Jokic is having like career worst numbers in a playoff series. Like, he's playing really bad. And honestly, I mean, it's probably going to go to 7, but I think the Thunder might be able to pull it out now after that win yesterday. But I think it's going to be close. And I'll tell you what, the Thunder have to win tomorrow. You do not want to go to Denver down 3-2. But Thunder need that game tomorrow. Should we stream that game? I feel like we should, man. I feel like we should. RB, where do we draft? Does where we draft now affect re-signing any free agents? Is the approach any different? No, I don't think it is. They reported yesterday that Kelly Oubre, Drummond, and Gordon are going to opt into their player options most likely. If anything, I could see the Sixers making a little trade with a couple of those guys and trying to get another role player, but Nick Nurse and Daryl Morey already said it. They're going to rely on the young core, the players they brought in last year, Justin Edwards, Adem Bona, obviously Quentin Grimes, who they traded for already. That was almost like a free agent signing. Yabusele, if they can bring him back. Plus 2 picks in this draft coming up. So honestly, I think that it doesn't really impact that much. You guys think the Thunder are going to win? Yeah, I would agree. I think the Thunder are going to get it done too. Julius Randle, 10 points in the first quarter, by the way. No more spinning the wheel, man. No more tankathon wheel. I'm glad that that era is over. And yeah, man. But yeah, guys, make sure you guys have notifications on. We're going to be dropping a ton of draft content over the next several weeks. I can't wait. It's going to get interesting. It's going to be a lot of fun, guys. I've never been in this position, but I'm super excited. Maybe I'll even try to bring a draft expert on the show to see who they should draft. Looney floats one up and in. Kevon Looney gives the Warriors a 3-point lead. It's 30-27. Let's go. I need you guys to bring some energy in the chat, man. Keep me going. It's a late night. I'm exhausted. Did a whole other stream earlier, but we're here. Randall fouled en route to the basket. Guys, we still only have 76 likes. Only 76 likes. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Only 76 likes. RB, who's the dude that you hooped with back in the day? You guys want to know? You guys want to actually know? We got to get it to 100 likes first, man. We get to 100 likes, I'll let you guys know. First one good for Julius Randle, 30-28. In case you guys don't know what Shoe Game's talking about, there's a player in this draft that I actually that I played basketball with a few times before. It's crazy to see him in the draft now. I never thought he would be in the draft, but he's had a wild career, man. Free throws good, 30-29. 1 minute into the second quarter. Here's Kuminga, guarded by Naz Reid, crossing over, dribbling, driving down the lane, one bounce. Looney under the paint, goes up, missed it, goes up again, missed it again. Couldn't get it to drop. Here's Naz Reid at the top, crossing over, steps back. Reid for 3. Oh, that is ridiculous. What a shot by Naz Reid. What a shot by Naz Reid. Podziemski up at the top, going to find Kuminga. Kuminga finds Buddy Hield. Hield going to find Kuminga, drives, lost it, picked up by the Timberwolves. Here they come. Reid kicks it up the floor to Conley. Conley to Alexander Walker for 3. And he drills it. Here is Podziemski at the top, coming around a screen. Podziemski working with the ball. He steps back. A tough deep 2. That one off the back iron. Picked up by Minnesota. Timberwolves lead it by 5, 35-30. Here's Naz Reid working against Looney. Here's Alexander Walker. He's going to drive in, float it up, fouled on the floor. Riaz, $5 super chat. He says, RB, the guy saying we lost our pick to OKC during the lottery. Man, I wanted to smack him upside the head. It felt like he played a cruel joke on us. Riaz, I almost had a heart attack when I heard that, bro. And you know what's crazy, Riaz? I found out who it was, and it's a Philly guy. It was Kevin Nagandi on ESPN as Randall knocks down another three. He is quieting the crowd. Julius Randle on a tear right now. Wolves on an 11-0 run. Randall's got 15 on the night. He'll a step back three, and he answers. But yeah, Riaz, apparently Nagandi was joking about it too. I'm like, dude, are you kidding me? You almost gave us a heart attack. Randall steps back. He lost it, picked it up. Randall to Alexander Walker. Dribbles, drives, swings it over to the corner. Three ball, McDaniels can't get it to fall. I don't know if you guys were here earlier in my stream, but I almost had a heart attack when that guy said that. I was losing my mind. Butler drives the lane, floats one up, and taps it in. And now the Wolves turn it over yet again. Warriors picking up some steam. Here's Buddy Hield. Hield kicks it to Kuminga. Kuminga driving in, barrels over Minnesota, goes up and in. Kuminga is cooking, man. 10 points off the bench. This guy's had 30 last game. What do you have the game before? What did he have the game before, man? Warriors on a 7-0 run after an 11-0 Minnesota run. Didn't Kuminga have like 20-something a game before? Dude, Kuminga is making himself some cheddar right now. This guy was barely playable all season. Steve Kerr didn't want to play him, and then the last two games he goes for, what do you have, 18 and then 30. Dude, Kuminga's cooking right now, man. He had 18, he had 30 last game. Crazy. I'm trying to find that tweet from Kevin Nagandi. Where is it at? Where is it at? Let's see. Dribble drive, Randall again. Yo, Julius Randle deserves some credit right now. He is on fire. Randall is on fire right now, man. 40-37. Randall with 17 points. Healed for three. That one's off the mark. Randall has it again. He's going to dribble, drive up the floor. Randall against Draymond. Randall one-on-one. Here is Jaden McDaniels. McDaniels sets a screen, finds Randall. Randall switched on to Jimmy. Randall backing down Jimmy buckets. Randall with the left hand getting hacked. He turns, 3 seconds. Randall's got a fade. Got it again. Oh my gosh.
He's on fire.
Yo, Julius Randle's having some fun, man. Holy smokes. Randall's out here cooking right now. And then the Warriors throw it away again. That was Draymond on the turnover. McDaniels Euro all the way. Floats it up and in. Wow. Timeout Golden State. Here's the tweet from earlier. Kevin Nagandi says, gave these two guys a heart attack. Yeah, and all of Philadelphia. Daryl Morey with a little thumbs down for him. I would have slapped him across the face. How dare you scare us like that? Bro scared the heck out of us. This is why you guys got to follow me on Twitter/X. Guys, we only have 85 likes. What are we doing out here, man? 200 people in the chat. Get us to 100 likes. We're out here live streaming on the overtime for you guys. We live streamed the draft lottery earlier. We had so much fun. Thank you all for being in here with me, man. It is 11:06, and we are continuing to roll with the coverage. We're going to be dropping a ton of draft videos over the next 6 weeks, and we are going to do live streams, all that, and we're going to keep live streaming the playoffs. Top Shot says Justin Ever didn't want to own it. Too confusing if you're not an expert. Well, he should be up to speed on it. You know what I mean? If you're going to be the guy that commentates the draft lottery, usually it's Malika Andrews. She does a tremendous job. I don't know why she didn't do it again. Dude, Kevin Nagandi scared the crap out of me. Can't believe he did that. Oh, man. Guys, we need 85 more subs to get to 43K. It's been a great night, man. Hope y'all are doing well. Guys, how do we, like, talk to me, man. How do we feel about the playoffs right now? How do we feel about the Knicks, the Pacers? How do we feel about the Cavs and the Celtics going down? I'll be honest with you guys. I feel like as these playoffs go on, I'm getting a little more frustrated with all the injuries. Like yesterday, right? Donovan Mitchell at halftime. Now, the Cavs were getting absolutely bullied. I've not seen a team like that over 60 wins get bullied like that in the playoffs, maybe ever. Other than the Suns, like, what was that, 3 years ago, when they got embarrassed in that game 7. I've not seen a team get bullied like that in a while. They were down 80-39 at halftime. But Donovan Mitchell comes out during halftime, and he doesn't even shoot the ball. He, like, jab steps, and he, like, sprains his ankle. Like, are you kidding me? Like, what is going on nowadays with these athletes? That is terrible, man. But anyway, Cavs are pretty much all but cooked. I heard a stat that they're going to be the third team out of 28 teams to ever win 60 or more games to not make it to the conference finals. There's been 28 teams that have made it to 60 or more wins, and 25 of them have made it to the conference finals, and the Cavs are going to be one of 3 that have not. The Celtics are probably cooked after Jason Tatum's injury now. I mean, that's brutal. Tatum might be cooked for next year too, which sucks. Then we have Steph Curry right now who's injured. I feel like this would have been an amazing series if Curry was in. And then we have really the Nuggets and Thunder, which is the only healthy series, but Jokic is out there huffing and puffing like he might get hurt. Kevin should be forced to do a public apology. I agree. Jimmy Butler going to muscle McDaniels out of the way, go up and in. It's 44-39. 7 minutes to go here in the first half. Here is Anthony Edwards. Edwards going to swing it to Randall. Randall back to Edwards. He gets doubled. They're in a zone defense. Randall working against Buddy Hield now on the switch. Randall one-on-one. He's going to step back, feeling it from 3. This time it's airballed. Maybe glazed the rim a little bit, but it's 44-39. Riaz says, I was never a believer in the Cavs. I live in Cleveland. RB, I had told you a few times. You did say that. But I will admit, though, I mean, they had terrible injuries, too, at the worst time. The Cavs had some brutal injuries in these playoffs, which I'm just tired of injuries, man. Last 3 years of the playoffs have been watered down by injuries. Butler going to float it up and in. I think Adam Silver's going to have to realize that sooner or later, you're not having the best product out there on the floor in the playoffs. DiVincenzo going to find Anthony Edwards. Edwards up top. Reed. Here's DiVincenzo dribbling, driving into the paint. Draymond wraps him up. Draymond literally just bear hugged DiVincenzo. I thought that was going to end up in a scuffle right there, too. I thought that was going to end in a scuffle right there. Also, I don't think I said this in the stream earlier. By the way, we need 12 more likes, man. Hit the thumbs up button. Subscribe to the channel. Get us to 43K. I don't think I said this in the stream earlier, guys. But Jared McCain doesn't lose. Like, Jared McCain was there in person. He was the representative, and the Sixers once again had good mojo. So I'm starting to think Jared McCain is just the good luck charm. You guys agree with that or disagree? Because every time Jared McCain has been a part of something for the Sixers, it's gone well. So, yeah, that's my thought. That's my thought. I'm ready to start putting Jared McCain at every event. Like, I really don't care anymore. You know, like, just let Jared McCain do whatever it takes. Busy says, what's up with Donovan's ankle? I feel like Giannis hogged up the morning sports news. That's what I was just saying, Busy. I don't know if you saw yesterday, but Donovan Mitchell was out there shooting at halftime. He was like practicing. He didn't even shoot the ball. He just took a little jab step and then he sprained his ankle, which was very weird. Like, Mitchell was warming up at halftime and he got hurt, and now he's probably done for the series. So I don't know, man. Utah tanked for nothing. That's hilarious. Utah and Washington were in this tight battle to the last game of the season, and Washington hit a buzzer beater, all to fall to the 5th and 6th picks. That's crazy, man. Teams aren't getting rewarded for tanking anymore, you know? It's not happening. Just got to get lucky, I guess. Let me see if I can pull up the draft lottery thing. Hold on, let me see. I still can't believe he did that on live TV, though. Scared the heck out of us. Here's the draft lottery. How do this, and I feel like because of the Mavs, nobody's talking about the Spurs. Like, how do the Spurs continue to do this, guys? How do the Spurs continue to end up in the top 4? That's what I want to know. The Spurs continue to do this every year. Spurs keep getting lucky, man. They had Wemby. They had a 4th pick last year. They just keep doing it. Here's McDaniels going to find Naz Reid. Kicks to DiVincenzo. DiVincenzo step back 3. Kicks it up to Reid. 3 on the shot clock. Reid throws it away. Taken away by Gary Payton II. Payton up to Hield. Hield back to GP2. Floats it up off the back iron. Threw the ball at the rim. Missed it. Threw it up again. Missed it again. And this time he tapped it in while he was over the basket. It's going to be offensive interference. I think the funniest team on this draft lottery is the Brooklyn Nets. I mean, they really thought that they were going to do something in this draft lottery. And the Raptors, too, tried to compete with the Sixers just to fall. I mean, that's hilarious. Here's DiVincenzo going to pop up for 3, and he knocks it through. The Timberwolves lead it by 6. 5:20 to go here in the first half. Draymond looking, scanning. Finds Jackson Davis, kicks it back to Draymond in the corner, spot up 3, that's short. So far, this game is going exactly how I expected it to. Warriors trying to keep it close, but right now it just doesn't feel like they have enough. Edwards going to drive, tough finish, switching over to the left hand, and the T-Wolves lead it by 8. Draymond guarded by DiVincenzo. Draymond to Hield. Hield for 3. He got it. It's money. DiVincenzo down the floor, misses a layup. What's your biggest surprise on the draft lottery? As Edwards steals it right back. Edwards pops up a 3. That one's off again. Anthony Edwards, 3 for 9 in this first half, not playing that efficient. Here's Buddy Hield downhill, one bounce back to Draymond. Draymond to Hield. Hield up top. He's working against McDaniels, goes up and grabbed by the shirt. Almost like a horse collar right there. Dang, McDaniels. Is Claxton the new Muscala? He might be. He honestly might be. Shoe Game says, I gave you a like on 4 different accounts. You're the man, bro. We need 2 more likes. Who's it going to be? Who's it going to be? Get us to 100. I got to keep it down so I don't piss off the neighbors. Unless you guys want to piss them off. We could piss them off. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome into the Playoff Game Day live show. I'm RB. I do this for as many games as we can. We cover the Sixers. We cover the NBA. We have been live streaming so many playoff games. If you guys want to be a part of our great community here, like the show, subscribe to the channel. We are 70-something subs away. 73? 73 subs away from 43K. Can we get it there tonight? If we get it, if we continue to get these likes up, we definitely can. They're going to review this, by the way. Grab them by the shirt. Piss off the neighbors. Let's go. We got 100 likes. We got 100 likes. Let's go. Yes, sir. Let's go, man. Guys, one of these days the neighbors are going to come over, bang on the door, and like try to fight me on the live stream. But until that day, let's keep it rocking and rolling, man. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. That's what we do here, man. However the news presents itself, we give you the live coverage. Somebody could get traded at 3 in the morning for the Sixers. We're up live streaming it, man. We give you all of the coverage, videos, live streams, and more. Follow us on all platforms, man. Let's go. Did they call a flagrant foul on Buddy Hield? Looked like Buddy Hield grabbed McDaniels first. I think they called a flagrant on Buddy. Is that right? Oh, wait. Buddy Hield shooting free throws, though. I didn't hear what he said. What just happened? Philly Insider, what's up, bro? Kept the pick and jumped. Was at the lottery party. Heart dropped when Mavs and Spurs jumped, but we went nuts. Well, glad you got to experience that as Buddy Hield knocks down the first free throw, because I'm out here live streaming it for 1,500 people. And Kevin Nagandi told us that the Sixers had been jumped by another team and lied to us and gave us a heart attack. So I was literally in the midst of having a heart attack. And then they said the Sixers jumped up to the top 4. So that was a twisted joke. But nonetheless, man, I honestly, when we got the 4 and they announced the Hornets, I thought the Sixers were getting the top pick. I'll still take number 3. That's a huge, huge W. But honestly, man, like, it worked out well. This was a big, big night for the Sixers. It worked out amazing. Julius Randle working against Pajemski, drives in, kicks it. Randle's been carrying him tonight, and Conley going to get fouled by Buddy Hield. But anyway, man, it all worked out well. We've been live streaming all night. We're here breaking it down. Shouts out to everybody that's been rocking with us. Did you ever beat the kid in draft in street ball? Did I ever beat him? Yeah, I mean, I've definitely been on the winning team. This is a while back, man. That guy needs to be fired. I agree. Oh, we heard Kevin. We had a collective heart attack. Yeah, bro, that was crazy. I was losing my mind. My reaction's up on all platforms, but I still can't believe what happened. I'm just so happy the Sixers got the 3rd pick, man. Like, you can draft a franchise-changing player, and everybody's already talking about trades and this and that, but, like, I'm not even there yet. I'm just happy they got the 3rd pick. I thought the same when Charlotte was called. Yeah, man, I thought they were getting the 1st pick. It's unfortunate because they had a way better chance. I don't know how the Mavs got it, but it is what it is. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Got 175 people in here. Let's go. Drop some fires in the chat. Free throws are good. 52-46. All right, guys. Drop your guess in the chat. Who do you think it is? Which NBA draft scout player did RB play with back in the day? Hield misses the floater. Here comes Minnesota. 3:40 to go in the first half. Edwards drives the lane, kicks to the corner. DiVincenzo Conley. Hot potato, a 3-ball. It's short. Draymond drives the lane, floats one up. That's short. Hield tried to tap it in, but Looney got it to go. This is a tight game so far. Really good basketball game. Like I said, like I predicted, the Warriors are keeping it close. Gobert drives and kicks. Conley the sidestep. That one comes up short. Picked up by Golden State. Hield is running the floor coast to coast and lays it up and in. 3 minutes to go here in the first half. 52-50. Let's go, man. Come on, let's see you guys get active in the comments here. I need you guys to keep me going with your energy, man. I'm exhausted. DiVincenzo getting double teamed. DiVincenzo. 1 bounce to Randall. 2 on the shot clock. Randall's got to let it fly. Couldn't get it off the back iron. Picked up by Golden State. And here we go. Kuminga. Crossover up the floor. And he is fouled. What are you guys sleeping in the chat, man? You guys sleeping out here? What's up? Where y'all at, man? Get active in the comments. Let's go. I need to see some more energy in here before I reveal. Kuminga gonna knock down the first. Kuminga, second one at the line, trying to tie it up. And he does. Jonathan Kuminga with 12 points off the bench. Draymond and Randall going at it a little bit. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be the game the series deciding game right here. This is going to be a pivotal second half for both teams. Like I said, the Warriors are still playing valiantly without Steph Curry. Draymond, Pajemski drives the lane, floats it up. Couldn't get it to rattle in, but Pajemski going back to the stripe, looking to take the lead. I'll tell you guys once this half ends. 187 people in the chat, 114 likes. Let's go. Y'all trying to wake up the neighbors or what? Listen, man, all I ask is that you support us. Give us some love for the continued coverage and the continued grind. Let's go. Let's keep it rocking and rolling, man. Let's keep it rocking and rolling. And Pajemski going to knock down both 54-52. By the way, we just hit 9,000 followers on Twitter. Go follow me on Twitter/X if you have not yet. Here's Julius Randle working against Looney. Here's Edwards driving in, having a tough game again. Edwards floats one up, can't get it to go. Edwards has been coming up big in the second half, but you got to think the ankle's bothering him. T-Wolves on a second opportunity. Randle drives in, steps back for three. Can't get it to fall. Picked up by the Warriors. 1:30 to go here in the second quarter. Draymond kicks it out to Kuminga. Kuminga guarded by Naz Reid. Kuminga spinning, working, turns the corner, drives, and he was fouled by Reid. Hard foul on the wrist. Reid talking some smack, then he's laughing. This crowd's getting a little bit antsy here at the Chase Center, man. Things are getting interesting here between the Warriors and the Timberwolves in a pivotal game. Dang, that was a hard foul by Reid. He knew he got beat to the cup. Kuminga's laughing. He's finally having fun playing basketball again. Things are getting crazy out here. Kuminga at the line. Let's see. Kuminga knocks down the first. RB, how hyped would you be if the guy you hooped with got drafted at 35 by the Sixers? I think that would be pretty cool, man. I would most likely, well, I mean, I would hope. Like I said, we weren't like best friends, but I would hope that I'd be able to get him on the show one time or the other. 1:21 to go here in the second. Kuminga at the line looking for one more. The Warriors have been on a big run here in the second quarter, and that one is going to go as well. 56-52, Warriors lead it. Where's all the Warriors fans at? How are you guys feeling? Where's all the Warriors fans? How are you guys feeling right now? 10-0 run for Golden State in the last 2:40. Walker going to find Edwards. Edwards against Heel. Crossing over. Step back. Edwards for three. Cha-ching! Oh, we have a crazy game incoming. Now, I don't know if I'm ready for the cardiac of this game. Kuminga again, through to the lane. Goes up. Lost it. Looney gets it back. He's fouled. Couldn't put it in. But now Looney's going to shoot free throws. And the first half continues. RB, do you think we can get a rotation player at 35? Yeah, you definitely can. You definitely can, no doubt. I mean, look at the guys the Sixers have drafted in the second round, man. You know, they've been really good players. A lot of them haven't materialized because of the coach, but Sixers have drafted some gems in the second round. My take, if Warriors win this and force game 6, they win this series. Well, if Steph comes back and he's healthy, you know, what happened to Butler? I don't think anything happened. I think he's just playing through injuries. Free throw good for Looney. He's got one more coming up. And Looney going to knock it down. 2 for 2 at the line. Curry with a little pump fist on the sideline. Here is Jaden McDaniels. 40 seconds to play in this erratic first half. Edwards against the zone. McDaniels, DiVincenzo taps it back to McDaniels. He's going to drive down the lane. Floats one up off the cylinder. Couldn't get it to go. Warriors have it. 5 seconds separating game and shot clock. Here's Kuminga working by Alexander Walker. Now Draymond, 20 seconds here in the half. And Draymond's going to hold. And Draymond's going to hold. Now he's going to find Kuminga. 8, 7, 6. Kuminga around a screen. He's going to drive, spin off the defender, go into another one. Blocked by McDaniels. They're going to call a late foul. They're going to call a late foul. Ladies and gentlemen, what a game we have so far. If you guys are just tuning in, do me a huge favor. Like the show. Get us to 200 likes and hit that sub button. We are 77 subs away from getting to 43K. Can we get 77 new subs tonight? Kuminga going to knock down the first. Warriors are I said this at the beginning. You know, I picked Minnesota to win this game, but I said the Warriors were going to give it everything because the way they're playing right now, like it feels like their life is on the line, which it probably is. If they go to Minnesota down 3-1, like it's over. They're playing like they have to win, and they know that. They know they have to win. Busy Bee says, I'm sure that's bothering him. Philly, can I give you a challenge? Yeah, go ahead. What's the challenge? Jokic drafted at 55. Yeah, there's always gems in the draft, and a lot of the superstars have been drafted in the top 15, you know? There's been guys all the way up from 1 to 15 that have slipped for various reasons. I think this draft is pretty top heavy. Like there's a good solid top 5, 7, 9. If the Sixers play their cards right, they should have a chance to draft a real impact player, which is why I'm so fired up for this draft. Like, again, even if the player's not a part of winning now, like maybe they can lead the team going forward if things do change. Edwards at the buzzer. Got it! What a shot by Anthony Edwards. Ladies and gentlemen, we go to halftime. It's a 2-point game. Edwards is chirping. He just hit a buzzer beater triple to take us to half. And guys, this game is going to come down to the final moments. I mean, this has been a wild, wild game, man. Let's go. Let's go. Yes, sir. 215 people in the chat right now. Guys, do me a favor, all right? I need y'all to hit the thumbs up. Get us to 200 likes. Mods, I need you guys to drop the Discord in the chat. Also, if you guys want to become a channel member, hit that link pinned in the live chat. Hit that link pinned in the live chat or hit the join button down below. Become a channel member. Real Scott says, I'm telling you, Warriors versus Celtics. That'd be a crazy matchup, but nah, the Celtics are done, bro. Celtics are done. I think the Celtics are unfortunately cooked after the Jason Tatum injury. I don't know if you saw that tonight, but Celtics are pretty much backs against the wall now. I don't really see them coming out of this. I'm surprised the Knicks won this game tonight, but credit to them for getting it done. But who do we think could win, the Knicks or the Pacers? Because the Pacers are playing pretty well right now. They did beat them last year. What do you guys think would win, the Knicks or the Pacers? I would love to see TJ McConnell get a championship. I'm not going to lie. So anyway, at halftime of this game, we have Julius Randle, who's been by far the MVP of this game. Edwards started to heat up at the end of the second quarter. He's got 14 points, 3 boards, 4 assists. Julius, though, 19 and 5. Randall's been very efficient in these playoffs, way better than he was in any year of his career. How about this one? Rudy Gobert, 0 points and 3 rebounds at halftime. Are you guys going to start to believe me about Rudy Gobert? Rudy Gobert, 0 points at halftime. I'm telling you, that is going to be the Achilles heel of the Timberwolves. That's what's going to hold them back. But anyway, Naz Reid coming off the bench, having a decent game. DiVincenzo, Timberwolves have been okay. But for the Golden State Warriors, 11 points out of Buddy Hield. When Buddy Hield is your leading scorer, I think Jimmy Butler's got to kick it into gear. Jonathan Kuminga is the leading scorer. He's got 16. But still, Jonathan Kuminga, a guy that was essentially unplayable at the end of the season, being your leading scorer and having 30 last game and coming alive, it's great. It's all dandy. But at the end of the day, it's like, Jimmy's got to be the guy. 5 shot attempts for Jimmy. Like, something's obviously bothering him. Something is obviously bothering Jimmy to only have 5 shot attempts in the first half. And, I think Draymond is keeping his emotions in check, but eventually he's going to have to get a little more antsy, So that's kind of how I view this thing. The fact that Golden State is winning this game is quite interesting, given how, Jimmy's not really doing that much right now. But again, I think the Warriors are going to keep it close. I think they're going to keep in this, but I just feel in crunch time without Steph Curry, they're going to have a tough opportunity winning this game. But maybe they'll prove me wrong. I mean, they're shooting 39% from 3. Warriors are at 53, which makes it even crazier that the Warriors are winning this game right now. And you ask why? Well, one thing, they're winning the rebound category 25-15. They're dominating in the paint. Rudy Gobert is getting absolutely smacked around in the paint. And at the end of the day, I mean, the Warriors are beating the Wolves at what's supposed to be their game right now. So if Rudy Gobert can actually step up and do something, the T-Wolves should breeze by with this game, as long as they don't drop off a cliff shooting-wise. But other than that, man, I think it's going to be a really good game. It's going to be a cardiac one. This will probably determine the series. If the Warriors can find a way to win, like, they might have a real shot to come back and win this if Curry can return in Game 6. But if Minnesota holds on here, I think that they are going to probably win in 5. All right, hold on. Let's get this out of here, man. Guys, we don't need trolls up in the chat, man. We don't need trolls. Let's just enjoy the night. I'm already tired as it is. But anyway, since you guys stayed up late enough with me, man, who is the player that RB played with back in the day in street ball when he was a lot younger? That player is, I know some of you guys said you want hints. I don't know how to give any hints without giving it away, though. Anyway, this player is a big man. I told you that he was projected to go in the early second round, but his draft stock is starting to rise up. And to be quite honest with you, I actually don't know if he's going to enter the draft, because now with the new combine process, I think from 2 years ago is when they started it, players can actually return back to school, so they can go through the combine and then decide they don't want to do it and then go back to college. So I don't know if he's going to enter the draft. He just changed schools, actually. He was at a smaller school. He actually just changed to a bigger school, but he is in the draft. Like, he can get drafted if he wants to. But anyway, the player that I that I played with a few times back in the day his name is Yaxel Lendenborg. He is from New Jersey. He has been playing at UAB the last several years. He actually started somewhere else. It was, what was it? Arizona Western. And then he transferred to UAB. And then this past year, well, actually last year, not this year, the year before, he made the NCAA tournament. I think his team got bounced in the first game. But then this past year, they didn't make the tournament. And he started putting up crazy, crazy numbers. And now he actually just transferred to Michigan. And based on the latest like draft boards, they have him going like a late first round, early second round. But I don't know. He might not even enter the draft. So he might not even go into the draft. So who knows? I mean, if I was him, I would. Because again, like you don't know how high your stock's going to be. I understand playing at a big school, like that could potentially turn you into like a top 15, 10 pick. But yeah, I don't know. Keep in mind, when I played ball with this guy, he had a crazy growth spurt. How tall is he? Was he like 6'10" now? Yeah, he's 6'9", 240. That's what he's listed at. But when I played with this guy back in the day, like he was probably like 6 feet tall. He had a high pitched voice. He actually, you know what? No, he wasn't even 6 feet tall. He was probably 5'10", 5'9". And he went to college and he just had a crazy growth spurt. Same thing happened to Anthony Davis when he was in college. But he's a heck of a player. He can't really shoot that well, but he's become like a Swiss Army knife type of player. And yeah, shout out to him. Tika says, finally won a trivia question. I did see you guess him. Shout out to Tika. But yeah, nah, he's cool, and I'd be happy for him if he got drafted to the Sixers. Maybe they draft him at 35 if he makes it there. But like I said, they're starting to talk about him at the end of the first round. So let me know what you think about him and if you would draft him or not. Looks like a guy that would play for Philly. I mean, he definitely would. He definitely would. I don't know why a part of me, just because we didn't get number 1 pick, hopes Cooper Flagg is a bust. Tika says his draft stock is quite high. Do the Vikings play the Eagles this year? I don't think they do. I don't think so. If we got him at 35, I would be stoked. Yeah, that would be a steal at 35. That'd be a steal. What were his numbers this year? Hold on, let's see. This year he averaged 17.7 points per game, 11.4 rebounds, 4.2 assists, 1.8 blocks, and 1.7 steals. Yeah, he did it all, man. 3-point percentage was 35.7. I mean, that's not too bad. You know, if he can continue to develop that, that'd be pretty cool. Honestly, I can't believe he's in the draft or eligible for the draft. Like, I never would have thought he would be in the draft process, but shout out to him, man. Happy for him. Definitely happy for him. RB, I've been trying. I'm gassed. I appreciate you. Keep grinding. Appreciate it, man. See ya. Guys, we got another half to go, though, man. One more half to go. Will the Warriors win or will the Timberwolves win? What do you guys think? Who do you guys think is going to win this game? Give me your thoughts. Let's go, man. Can we get to 43K tonight? Can we do it? Can we do it? Shout out to the mods and the members. You guys have been crushing it all night. Trying to stay up with you guys and keep the energy flowing. It is a late night, but we are here. We did a live draft reaction show for the draft lottery. We did a bunch of clips and videos that are up on all our socials. And now we're here streaming this game. What do you guys think? Should we stream Nuggets and Thunder tomorrow? I feel like we should. Maybe my Vikings will see the Eagles in the playoffs. Thanks for doing this channel subbed. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, maybe they will. Vikings will be an interesting team to keep an eye on this year. Honestly, the Eagles might play them now. I got to check the schedule. I know it comes out in like 2 days. But I know they play the Bears. Busy B in the chat. We got Don Vito in the house. Says I like VJ Edgecombe more than Ace Bailey. Well, like I said, I'm going to drop a ton of draft coverage with all these different players, and I'm so excited to watch more of their tape. Like, I'm really ready to dive into it now that I don't jinx it. Clint says, just watch some of the highlights of your buddy Yaxel Lenenborg. He would be a great pick at 35. He's a good player, man. Big body. Could be a nice big off the bench. They can just get him shooting the ball a little bit better. He's going to be a good pro. He's going to have like a long career if he can shoot the ball. It's just crazy, man. Like, I don't know if I've told you guys this before, but I have a buddy as well that I grew up with who is actually like a good friend of mine. He's in the NFL right now. He actually starts for the New Orleans Saints. But with the Yaxel, I literally, like, I'm telling you guys, I never would have imagined this guy playing in the NBA. And you know what's even crazier? Like, people don't know this about Yaxel. He actually didn't even play in high school. He got to his senior year, and then he wasn't playing. I think he had like bad grades or something. He only played like a handful of games in his senior year. And then he went to the first college he went to, and I think he was like a walk-on or whatever. And then he goes to UAB, and now he's at Michigan, and now he's going to be a draft pick. Like, nobody, like, the guy didn't even play high school ball. Like, it's crazy to me. It's wild. It is pretty crazy to me. Like, he's got one of those like crazy career trajectories. But yeah. Like the buddy I have that's on the New Orleans Saints right now, I knew he was going to be a really good football player. I don't know if I thought he was going to make the NFL, but he ended up transferring to IMG Academy and got a full ride scholarship. So I knew at that point, I'm like, yeah, he's going to be like an NFL player. But Yaxel, crazy story, man. Crazy. Nurse would have no choice but to play him. Would Nurse play him, though? I don't know. I don't know if Nurse would play him. As a Michigan fan, stay in school, Yaxel. Nurse is allergic to playing young guys. That's true. That's true. Better play the third pick, though. Tika says, is he naturally gifted at all sports? Well, the guy that I'm talking about that's in the NFL, that's not Yaxel. That's my buddy, Caesar, who's on the Saints right now. But Yaxel, I mean, I never remember him playing any other sports. Like I said, he used to be like 5'9", and now he's 6'10" or 6'9". So he had a big growth spurt. All right, man, let's get this going. Guys, the fact that we don't have 200 likes yet is a discrepancy. We should have 200 right now. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Let's go. We are off in the second half. It is Golden State 60, Minnesota 58. Jimmy, guarded by Jaden McDaniels, drives the baseline, kicks it. Draymond up to Pajemski. The pump fake, steps back, gotta let it fly way off, and it's going to be a shot clock violation. Here is Anthony Edwards going to find Mike Conley. Conley coming around his screen. Conley, one bounce. McDaniels back to Conley. Conley up to Edwards. A three ball, no good for Minnesota. Here's Pajemski, goes up. What the heck was that? Ball kind of got stuck on his hand, and then he got fouled, I guess. Free throw is going to be good. 62-58. Here is Anthony Edwards. Edwards going to spin. Working on Pajemski. 1 minute into this second half. Here's a three ball. Julius Randle lets it fly, and he continues right where he left off. Holy smokes. I just noticed that my scoreboard was a little bit ahead. Here's Mike Conley at the top. Conley going to find Edwards. Edwards going to drive, go all the way, kick it back out. Conley, he's going to go into the lane, float one up, missed it. Gobert taps it. Here's Edwards, the sidestep for three, and he knocks it down. 64 apiece. Here's Pajemski. 2 minutes into the second half. Here's Buddy Hield. Hield going to find Jimmy Butler. Butler at the wing. Butler guarded by McDaniels. He dribbles. He drives. Kicks to Pajemski. Pajemski going down the alleyway. Floats it up off a foot. Missed it and tapped in by Trace Jackson Davis. Rudy Gobert's doing nothing tonight, man. Nothing at all. Here's Anthony Edwards going to cross over against Jimmy Butler. Steps back, finds Conley. Conley to Randle. Randle, McDaniels. Edwards steps for three, and he missed it. Gobert taps it up. No good, but he's fouled. Guys, like the show, man. Get us up to 43K. We're 71 subs away. Can we get it? 68% of people say yes. 32% say no. All righty. And the first free throw going to be good for Rudy. Tell you what, man, Julius Randle's been an MVP tonight. He's been amazing. And Gobert going to shoot the second one. Got it to fall. I don't know why my scoreboard's so ahead. Here's Pajemski coming around a screen. Barrels into Randle. Dumps it down low. Butler. Back to Pajemski. Here's Draymond from the wing. Way off, an air ball for Draymond Green. Here's Anthony Edwards coming down the lane. He blows by the first level of the defense. Drives. Goes up with it. Got it again. Tough bucket. Anthony Edwards coming alive. He's now 19 points, 5 assists, 3 boards on 7 for 15. And we have a timeout. Anthony Edwards coming alive, ladies and gentlemen. Rudy's quiet every night. He might be asleep. Yeah, I agree. He is slumped right now. Guys, it is almost midnight. Can we get some fires going in the chat? Where's my channel members at, man? Let's go. You guys are crushing it, man. You guys are crushing it. Where are we at now? 69 more subs. You guys are amazing, man. Thank you so much for being a part of the grind tonight. It has been a wonderful night for the channel. Sixers have the 3rd overall pick. We're going to be doing a ton of draft coverage. And we're going to keep streaming as many playoff games as we can. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go! Look at the Philly Take tee, man. Clean. Shout out to the Philly Take merch. Wake the neighbors at 150 likes. Nah, we got to wait till we're at 200, man. We have 200 people in the chat right now, Richie. Why don't we have 200 likes? Why don't we have 200 right now? Nanny, thank you for subscribing to the channel. Estelle, what's up? Estelle, what's up? Appreciate you being up in here. Busy Bee says, you know what I say? The game don't start till the 4th. I'm trying to conserve myself, Busy. This game's going on hella long, and it started late. Guys, we're going to be up at 1 a.m. screaming because I feel like this game's going down to the wire. This game's going down to the final possession. You know what I mean? This game's going to be crazy. I can't wait. Things are about to get wild up in here, man. Things are going to be crazy. If we get to 200 likes, I will live stream the Nuggets Thunder game tomorrow. Cornbread says, I want to keep talking about what the Sixers are going to do on draft night. Hard to care about the playoffs. I understand what you're saying, man. Couple responses to that. Number one, I feel like I've given all I can tonight for the Sixers. Like, I still have a lot more draft work to do. You know, I don't have all the answers here on May 12th. The draft is on June 25th. So I've tried to give as much context as I can tonight. Honestly, I don't have much else to say other than what I've already said. But also, man, like I said, we have a lot of time to discuss it, you know? Like, I'm just here streaming the playoffs, just trying to have some fun, you know? I wish the Sixers were in the playoffs. But I hear you, man. It's going to be a long month and a half. I can't wait to see what happens. But having a 3rd overall pick, I'll tell you what, Sixers better nail it. Sixers better nail it. Sixers getting the 3rd pick was a W for this channel, man. Did you see Tatum Achilles tear? No, I didn't see that. I don't even think that's an official report yet. So is that an official report or are you just saying that? I think they said he's getting an MRI tomorrow, I think. Draymond from the corner can't get it to go. Here come the Minnesota Timberwolves. Ant Edwards with the rock. 8:25 to go in the 3rd. Edwards guarded by Buddy Hield. Edwards going to dribble the drive. Edwards kicks it to Randall. Randall pops up a 3, and that one's off the mark. 8:10 to go here in the 3rd. Jimmy Butler at the mid-range. He puts one up. Got it to go. It's all knotted at 68. $7:50 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Conley with the ball. He's going to find Edwards. Edwards drives the lane, floats it up. Got it and one. By the way, if the Sixers do end up drafting Ace Bailey, though, I did tweet back on February 24th. I said the race for Ace starts now. Just saying. Call me Crystal Ball RB out here. Just saying. Not that I know everything, but I do think they're going to have to change the draft lottery at some point because, again, like the Mavs getting the pick is crazy. What do you guys think the Mavericks ceiling is next year? Let's say Kyrie comes back halfway into the season as Minnesota got called for the foul. Let's say Kyrie comes back halfway in the season and Anthony Edwards is himself, or not Anthony Edwards, Anthony Davis is himself. What do you think? Can the Mavs be a real contender? Can Nico Harrison be avenged? Randall for three. That one doesn't go. What do you guys think, man? Can the Mavs be a real threat? Butler goes up, couldn't get the bucket to fall. Something's wrong with Jimmy. Like, he's just not himself right now. Conley for three. He got it to knock down. It's a 6-point lead for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Jimmy's not even doing anything. He's just like idle right now. Floater from Kuminga, missed it. Butler gets the board. Butler going to turn. And another offensive foul on the Warriors. I don't know what's going on right now. Here's Mike Conley going to one bounce to Randall. Randall dribbling with the right hand, backing down Draymond. He turns. Randall kicks it back and threw it to the guy in the stands. Way out of bounds. Ladies and gentlemen, holy smokes. .634 to go here in the third quarter. Kuminga going to find Trace Jackson Davis. Here is Kuminga. Kuminga going to cross over, drive. Puts it up, and that one is short. Here comes Minnesota, 6:10 to go in the third quarter. McDaniels to Gobert. Here's Edwards. He's going to pop a three. Got it again. Anthony Edwards is going crazy right now. Holy smokes. Also, I'm sorry about the scoreboard being a little bit ahead. We will hopefully have a fix for that next season, but what we can do is what we can do. Here's Jimmy Butler going to cross over, drive, go downhill. Butler going to turn, spin. Nice move, Jimmy, and he left it hanging short. 5:30 to go here in the third. Edwards, another step back. Got it again. Oh, boy. Ladies and gentlemen, Anthony Edwards is losing his mind. He is going insane. A 16-2 run. Edwards with 28 and counting. Oh my gosh. Yo, Ant is finally elevating here in this series. He's going nuts. I'm a big Anthony Edwards guy, man. Like, I think this guy's going to be maybe the face of the league one day. Think about how young Anthony Edwards is, man. That's crazy, man. Tell you what, man, Anthony Edwards is him. Like, he just continues to rise up. RB, I do remember the tweet, race for ace. Yo, I'm telling you, I've been saying this since mid-season, man. I've been saying it. Did you see the report of Gafford wanting to be paid like a starting center? I did see that. I thought that was interesting. Ant is on fire. He is. This version of Jimmy is a far cry from what he was in 23. I think he's dealing with injury. I don't get why Butler won't even try to take the shots. He's got to be hurting or something, because especially without Steph, like, why are you not doing anything right now? I don't understand. Bro, the lottery has to be rigged. I don't know, because the lottery process is done in front of the media. Yeah, I mean, it's done in front of the GMs. I don't see how they could do it, but it is interesting for sure. It doesn't make a lot of sense. That is for sure. Let's go, chat. Get us to 200 likes. We are almost halfway there. Hit that sub button. Get us to 43,000 a night. Let's go, baby. Shouts to my people up rocking with me. It is 12:07 a.m. Come on. Let's go, man. Come on, chat. Come on, chat. Keep me going, man. Keep me going. Luka was sacrificed for Cooper Flag. Apparently he was. I do find it very crazy that they're going to end up with Cooper Flag. I watched some Ace Bailey highlights. I'm hyped. I think he fits in perfectly. Well, the thing about highlights is that they don't show the bad plays, right? You got to watch the good and the bad. Personally, I'm excited to now go back and dive into, like, I'm going to watch different games from all these players and like really just see how they operate, you know? That's the tough part is like when you watch highlights, people are like, oh my gosh, this guy is amazing. He does this, but you got to actually watch the good and the bad, you know? How does this guy act in a late game situation that might not make the highlight tape? How does this guy get his team involved? You know, what's his demeanor like? Those type of things, you know? So those are the things that you have to look at when you evaluate prospects. But you can watch all of the tape in the world. You can watch everything, and then a guy just doesn't play well, you know? Like there's misses every single year. One thing that I think is very interesting that people are already bringing up to me is Kuminga going to miss the three. Gobert got the board. One thing people are bringing up to me is, well, Ben Simmons, you know, was on LSU. They didn't make the NCAA tournament. And how did Rutgers not make the March Madness tournament with two guys in the top 5, you know? Edwards working against Kuminga. Edwards crosses over, steps back. Edwards, another three. Missed it that time, and a shot clock violation. Couldn't even hit the rim. As somebody that went to Rutgers myself, I'm a Rutgers alum. I'm pretty mad that I didn't get out there this year to watch those two play. But I did watch some of their games on TV. Like their whole team, the rest of their team just sucked, honestly. So I think it's an interesting thing. I mean, they both went to Rutgers. One was because I think of his dad, and then the other one like was just near there. So it's interesting how they both played together, but they couldn't get any other good recruits. So that'll be something to evaluate though throughout this process, you know? It's not like these guys played in the March Madness tournament, so you don't get to see them in these high leverage situations. I watched every March Madness game, so there's guys that really had their stock rise throughout that tournament. Here comes Minnesota. Randall going to find DiVincenzo for three, and another one falls. The Timberwolves now lead it 83-68. Jimmy Butler wants a chance at a three, and now it's going to be a foul on Golden State. Golden State cannot do anything right now. Here's another example of a guy making his stock increase during March Madness. Walter Clayton from Florida, right? Look at what that guy did deep in the tournament. Like now he's projected to be an early second-round pick because of the way he was playing. So, you know, that could have hurt or helped both Harper and Bailey in the tournament. Shazy, what's going on, bro? Thanks for being here, man. 3:55 to go in the third. Reed for three. Can't get it to drop. Gobert the board. And he was grabbed by Draymond. I know Rudy was having flashbacks there when he just got grabbed like that. Rudy Gobert, 2 points, 0 for 2. How was Rutgers not good? Because they didn't have any other good players outside of those two. $3:50 to go here in the third. DiVincenzo, one bounces to Edwards. Edwards going to drive, put it up, high elbow, got it. Yeah, I'm really excited to actually, I've been trying to improve my own draft process each year. I'm excited to go back and watch a lot of these games and just learn more about these players. 3:30 to go here in the third. We got another foul. 235 people in the chat. Guys, can we get this to 200 likes? And can we get to 43K tonight? We're on the way there, man. Hit that like, hit that sub button. Let's go support the channel. Here's a deep three from Buddy Hield. That one's off the front rim. Picked up by Minnesota. And they continue to expand the gap. The Warriors have fell apart here in the third. I said it was going to be a close game. I might be wrong. Here's Golden State on the fast break. Kuminga lays it up and in off the square. 3 minutes to go here in quarter number 3. Golden State trying to get back in this. Here's Nasri going to find Alexander Walker. He drives, floats one up, and stuffed it down with Rudy Gobert. 17-point lead for Minnesota. Here's the dribble, the drive. Butler goes up, got it with the continuation, and one. We are 64 subs away. Let's get it, man. Hit that sub button. Pacers will pack them up again. Yeah, probably. Probably. Pacers have too much for most teams to handle. They are hella deep. They're playing really well right now. They're playing really good basketball. Edwards with 30 points now in this game. We're in the third quarter, guys. Drop the 30s for Anthony Edwards. Holy smokes. Jimmy Butler at the line for the and one. Butler doing all he can, obviously dealing with something. Trying to keep him in it. It's a 14-point game after the free throw. Edwards with 4 fouls in this game. Alexander Walker working against Buddy Hield. He's going to drive, go the distance, kick it out. McDaniels up top. DiVincenzo down low. Alexander Walker floats it up and in. The Timberwolves are finding their groove. They're moving the ball well. And they are finding a groove here. Jimmy Butler in a corner, guarded by McDaniels. Jimmy Butler up top, going to hand it off to Podziemski. Podziemski for 3. That one is short. 2:06 to go here in the third and a timeout. All right, guys, here's what we're going to do, man. I got to give you guys some incentive. 250 people in the chat. If you guys have not yet liked the stream, subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for being here. I'm RB. If this is your first time seeing me, I cover the 76ers basketball team, but I also cover the NBA. And with no Sixers in the playoffs, we're doing a live stream marathon. We're covering as many games as we can. Be sure to follow us on all platforms, IG, TikTok, Twitter. Join our Discord. All the links down below. If you want to become a channel member, hit that link pinned in the chat. Ladies and gentlemen, if we get this to 200 likes, I will live stream the Thunder and Nuggets game tomorrow night. So if you guys want to see me live stream that game tomorrow night, hit the thumbs up button and get it to 200 likes. If not, then we don't have to stream that game. But I'm trying to push this out to new viewers, push it out to as many people as we can. And the way we do that is by liking the show. Busy says, I don't think I've seen Jimmy this passive before. Yeah, he does not look right. Damn, Edwards has 13 30-point games in the playoffs. Rest of the franchise has 14. That's what he's doing already. He's only 23 years old, right? Or 24. Anthony Edwards is going to break all kinds of records one day. Like, he is special, man. He really is. 91-73 after the make. Golden State trying to answer, and they do. Kuminga's had a valiant effort these last couple of games, but will it be enough? You know who I want to see get active here? Draymond. Ever since they told Draymond to pipe down, he's not even existent in this game or last game or whatever. Alexander Walker with another easy layup. See, the Warriors, this is what I said at the beginning of the series. They have no rim protection. And if we want to be honest here, Steve Kerr needs to get some flack too as the Warriors turn it over again. Here comes a 2-on-2. McDaniels steps over all the way, goes up and in. 95-75. It's a 20-point lead. If I'm Steve Kerr, I mean, you got to put in a big, man. Like Kevon Looney's in the game, but he's old and washed. What about Trace Jackson Davis, who you played in the first quarter a lot? What about Quentin Post? Like, you're not playing any of these other guys. These teams think they're going to make it to the finals without playing a center. And Draymond has just lost his mind. I don't think Draymond cares. Here's the inbound to Looney. He's going to drive, go downhill, threw his defender out of the way, lays it up, and got it to go this time. Maybe should have been an offensive foul, but no call. 45 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Randall at the top. He's at the wing. T-Wolves have made 10 out of their last 12 shots. DiVincenzo a three. Chimes it in, but it's going to be a foul on Randall. Knocked down Pajemski to the hardwood. 39 seconds to go here in the third. But once again, man, another what if, right? If Steph Curry was healthy, could the Warriors be winning this series? Absolutely. Nice defense by Randall. Ball got smothered out of bounds, and it's going to go the other way. Pitch perfect textbook defense from Julius Randle. But look, man, this is why I hate injuries. I mean, really, the last game is the one that the Warriors had to win, and they choked it away in game 3. Now they're most likely going back to Minnie, down 3-1 as Randall with another big boy bucket. But do you guys think the Timberwolves can beat the Nuggets or the Thunder? I'm going to be honest. I'm going to say no because, again, I think Rudy Gobert is the Achilles heel. Another turnover by Buddy Hield here. Look, the Timberwolves, as I've said all playoffs long, they're built to be a championship team, but they need a better center. Rudy Gobert, 1 for 3 with 4 points, is not going to cut it against the Joker or against Chet and Hartenstein. Anthony Edwards can drop 30 every game. You know, McDaniels, Randall, they can play their roles like they are tonight, but without Rudy Gobert doing something, being a presence on the offensive side of the ball, I just don't see how they're going to win a championship, which is why they should have kept Karl Anthony Towns. I've said that all season long. If they kept Karl Anthony Towns, I believe the T-Wolves would be in the finals. I just don't see them beating the Thunder or the Nuggets, but maybe that's just me. Busy says they shouldn't have won the first game without Steph. That's true. But I could also say they should have won last game without Steph. But, yeah, I think the Warriors are just kind of cooked, to be honest. It's unfortunate. I wish injuries didn't happen. Randall at the buzzer. Couldn't get it to go. It is 97-77. One more quarter to play. 240 people still in here with me. Late night, 12:20 a.m. Let's go, man. Let's go. Guys, we were live streaming the draft lottery earlier. We were putting up all this content. Then we came on here. It's been a marathon tonight. I need you guys to like the show, subscribe to the channel. We need 61 more subs. Can we get it tonight? Can we do it? Can we actually do it tonight? Come on, man. Help us out, man. Support us. If you guys want me to stream the Nuggets Thunder game, get this to 200 likes. Play-by-play with JJ in the chat. And he got gifted a membership. What's up, JJ? What is up, man? Thank you guys so much for being out here, man. Thank you guys for being out here on the late night. 100% the Cat trade was awful. Yeah, it was. If they had Cat right now, I think the Wolves would be unstoppable. Just saying. They'd be unstoppable. Wayo says, best sports content creator on YouTube. Wayo, thank you so much for the kind words, man. I really do appreciate that more than you know. RB, how do you feel Pacers or Knicks are really the final teams for the East? I think it's crazy, man. But again, I think, you know, the Cavaliers run into a bunch of injuries. Injuries have been starting to hurt the playoffs. I was really getting excited, man, because last year, you know, and the year before, the playoffs have been watered down by injuries. And based on the way the first round of this year went, I'm like, oh my gosh, we have a really, really good chance here to have a safe playoffs. And now the Cavs got banged up. Now Tatum's hurt. Like, everybody's hurt. Curry. So I hate the injuries, man. I mean, I'm not going to say the playoffs are ruined, but, and let me not take away credit from the Pacers and Knicks. Like, they've both done what they've needed to do, but I don't know. They played each other last year in the second round. Knicks choked at Game 7 on their home floor. Now these teams are healthy. I mean, the Pacers are fun, right? Does the NBA want to see the Pacers beat the Knicks? Probably not. Probably not. The NBA wants to see the Knicks go to the finals, which scares me. But we'll see. Imagine if TJ McConnell wins a ring. That'd be amazing. Shout out to TJ. I was listening to a podcast recently, and TJ McConnell, he had this quote, which I thought was really cool. He said, I've made a career out of outplaying guys for 10 years, like essentially playing harder than people. And he talked about how one of his coaches would make him practice full court pickups, like on a full court press every day. And that just really stood out to me. And I'm like, that is why he has carved out the niche that he has. And he was very underappreciated here in Philly. I love the guy. He always made something happen. Anytime, this was before I was on YouTube covering the team, but anytime I would talk about TJ McConnell on Twitter, people would come at me. They'd be like, oh, you're an idiot. Well, guess what? TJ McConnell has made a career out of himself for 10 years and has made a lot of money by being a specialty niche player. And I'm rooting for the guy. Warriors with another miss, and they are starting to go down bad. T-Wolves up 20. Alexander Walker going to find Naz Reid. Reid against Draymond, poked away, out of bounds, going back to Draymond. Like, I'll never forget the impact that TJ had in the playoffs for the Sixers against Boston that one year. Buddy Hield spins and goes right up and in. 230 people in the chat. Can we get the 200 likes? Guys, if you want me to stream the game tomorrow night, get us the 200 likes. Walker goes right up and in. 99-79. Kuminga going to drive, goes up, reverse layup, and he is fouled. Let's go, guys. 57 more subscribers. Can we get to that big 43K? Let's go. Let's go, man. Edwards is cooking tonight. First one going to be good at the line. 99-80. Here comes Edwards back in the game. Last week, Pacers coming out of the East was a hot take. Now it doesn't sound crazy. That's true. Pacers are playing with a lot of juice right now. Do I think they can beat OKC? I don't know. But they are playing bully ball in a way. Like, they're really pissing people off. So, kind of like how they're playing. I was thinking, how can the team that wins the finals this year come back to being a bad look on the Sixers? And there you go. Tyrese Halliburton, who Daryl Morey should have traded Ben Simmons for, but he didn't. Don't you guys understand that it's going to come down to the Sixers somehow? Edwards against Buddy Hield. He's going to dribble, crossover, drive, dumps it. Conley waiting under the basket. Couldn't lay it in. Think about it, guys. Pajemski bumped by Edwards and knocked to the ground. He's fouled. 2 years ago, it was Jokic winning. in the year that Embiid won MVP. Last year, it was the Boston Celtics finally winning. And then this year, it's either going to be Oklahoma City, who did exactly what the Sixers did and never got in trouble. It's going to be the New York Knicks, who I can't stand with every inch of me. Or it's going to be the Pacers with Tyrese Halliburton, who Daryl Morey should have traded for. So anyway, somehow, some way, it's going to be between those three teams. Or it'll be the Warriors with Jimmy Butler, and Jimmy Butler wins the finals. Those are my thoughts. Sorry to sound negative, but just what's going through my head at 12:30 a.m. 18-point game now after the free throws. Here's Rudy Gobert, and we have another foul. Dude, how many fouls, man? Game's turned into a foul festival. RBF giving up. I'm going to sleep. All right, man. Pelicans trade AD to the Lakers, get number 1 pick that summer. Mavs trade Luka and get the number 1 pick. That is interesting. That is interesting. Didn't even think about that. Now another steal by Minnesota. They are bullying Golden State right now. Here's Nickeil Alexander-Walker up at the top. He's guarded by GP2. Comes around a screen, kicks to the corner. Naz Reid up to Conley, and another steal. Hield going all the way. Missed the layup. Podziemski comes and puts it back in. Timeout, Chris Finch. 9:33 to play. 99-83 is the score. You know, it is pretty crazy that the Sixers are the only team that actually worked out in the draft lottery tonight out of the top 5 teams. You ever think about that? Think about that. The Utah Jazz got screwed. The Wizards got screwed. The Nets got screwed. Or no, the Nets were in top 5. The Pelicans got screwed. And the Hornets ended up dropping behind the Sixers. That's pretty crazy, man, if you think about it. I'm just saying. Like, the Sixers actually, for once, made out better than everybody else. You know how wild that is? Like, look at that. Imagine the Jazz and Wizards going head-to-head tankathon mode. Just for that. Just for that. I'm honestly surprised we got this lucky. I'm very thankful. I agree. And I'm seeing a bunch of people on my Twitter already saying, oh, Ace Bailey is going to be a bust and he can't dribble a basketball and he's not good. I think people need to take a chill pill. Look, if the Sixers need to trade the pick and get an actual haul of assets or whatever, we'll get there. You know what I mean? But people need to just take a deep breath, let the combine process play out, and see how things go. Who are you going for? What, in this series? I'm not going for anybody. I'm just here calling the games, man. I was hoping to see Golden State win, but then Steph Curry got hurt, so I'm kind of a realist in that sense. I don't think they're going to come back from this. I don't think it was rigged at the time of the Luka trade. The NBA did it for the Mavs after seeing the backlash. I mean, they pulled the ping pong balls in front of every GM, so I don't think they did that, but you never know. You never know. We are 33 likes away from live streaming the game tomorrow night, and we are 55 subs away from getting to 43K. Can we do it tonight, ladies and gentlemen? Hit that sub button. Thank y'all so much for being here, man. We are waking up the damn neighbors, bro. Wake them up. Thing is, if Ace Bailey becomes what you expect him to be, like what he could be, like, man, he'd be the perfect fit on the Sixers. Ace Bailey, by the way, his NBA comparisons are PG and Kevin Durant. Now you tell me how crazy that is. You tell me how crazy that is. And McDaniels goes flying down the floor right to the rim. And a crazy thing, too, is that, like, even if Embiid and PG can't play and they're cooked, I mean, the Sixers should have a chance to really, like, build something solid in the future now. That's what this pick does. Maxey, McCain, Grimes, and a top 3 pick. I mean, that's amazing. Here's Kuminga driving downhill. He goes up and he's fouled. I put that out on Twitter that his comparisons were PG and KD, and people got all mad at me. They're like, no, he's Michael Porter Jr. and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, dude, relax. I'm just telling you what it says online. The fact that people got so mad, like the Sixers just got the 3rd pick. Can we take a deep breath for one day? Can we watch the process play out? Ace Bailey might not even be a top 5 pick in a month. The draft combine separates guys. The only guy we know for certain right now is Cooper Flagg going number 1. That's it. We got to chill out a little bit, man. Here's Conley down low to Gobert. Gobert goes up and he is hacked. I know this isn't really a fair comparison, but last year, right? Even though it was a weak draft class, nobody knew where Alex Sarr, like people thought Sarr was going first. People thought Reza Shea could be the 5th overall pick. People thought Shepard could be the 1st pick. So, again, we have to wait and see how it plays out. Did I ask ChatGPT about him? No, not yet, but I will do that, Busy. I will. My plan over the next 6 weeks is to drop multiple videos every week with my mock drafts, my player profile, scouting reports, just observations, what the Sixers can do with the pick. Should they trade? Should they do this? Like, my plan is to drop a bunch of stuff, and every week I'm going to post a big board on Twitter and Instagram. So be sure to follow me over there. But we got a lot of content to break down. I'm excited. Here's Draymond Green from the nail. Got the bounce. 103 to 87. It is a 16-point game. Warriors are still in this, but they need a couple big stops, and Gobert puts it right back in on the other end. The Warriors have no light, no sign of defense, nothing. I said this game was going to be 103-97. The Timberwolves have already hit 105 points. Every time I pick a high score, it goes low. Every time I pick a low score, it goes high. Draymond for 3. That one short. Picked up by Minnesota. What are the chances Cooper Flagg ends up being the best player out of the draft class? I mean, very high. Very high. Conley going to find Randall, 4 on the shot clock. Randall, jab steps Randall to the corner. DiVincenzo at the buzzer. Can't get it. It's a shot clock violation. But yeah, chances that Cooper Flagg ends up being the best, yeah, I mean, very high, you know. I don't think he's going to be the leading scorer in the NBA, but I think he's going to be, again, a winning impact player in a multitude of aspects. Like, I could see him being just, again, like a triple-double candidate. He still has a lot of room to learn and grow. But I think Cooper Flagg's probably happy he went to a winning team like the Mavs. Not that they're going to win now, but like a team that has players that can win, you know, like Anthony Davis and Kyrie. Like, I think that will kind of put Flagg in a better position from day one, as opposed to, if, you know, let's say he was on the Wizards or the Nets. I feel like he would struggle early on Conley lays it up off the square, missed it. Wolves get it back. McDaniels the fadeaway. It's short. And a miss by Pajemski, but we got a foul. DiVincenzo wants to review it. There's no way Rudy Gobert's making it to a Western Conference final. I hate to tell you, but he did it last year. He did it last year. Is there any scenario where Flag rejects Dallas? No, it's not going to happen. Dude, you need to be on here more when I'm doing my Uber Eats and DoorDash deliveries. What's up, JJ? Dude, I'm so tired, man. We did a whole draft lottery stream, and we're back for this, man. But I don't even know how I'm still here. I don't even know, man. It's been a day. Guys, we need 30 more likes to get to 200 to stream the game tomorrow. Are we going to get it to 200? Yes or no? We have, what, 6 minutes? 7 minutes? Thank you all for being in the chat, though. I really do appreciate it, man. Appreciate you guys. I appreciate y'all, man. Like I said, guys, be sure to follow me on all platforms. That way we can keep putting this content out, man. The more you guys help and support us, the more we're going to grow into different aspects and avenues and just continue to grow this platform. I want the Warriors to win, but Curry's out. Yeah, G. That's a tough look for the Warriors, man. Really tough look for Golden State. No Steph, no chance. Roniel in the chat from the Philippines. Roniel's been here all night, man. What's up, Roniel?
Yes,
let's go.
sir.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I think Gobert's going to be the Achilles heel of Minnesota, in my personal opinion. I think he might cost that team, honestly, but we'll see. We'll see. $235 people in the chat, man. 25 more likes to go. Let's see if we can get it there. 53 more subs. You guys are the best. Play-by-play with JJ, my guy. Appreciate you, man. G says I follow you on all platforms. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. Appreciate that, man. Let me get this off the screen. So Edwards has 30. Jimmy Butler's only got 12 points. He's only taken 9 shot attempts. I don't know why Jimmy is not being more assertive right now. But honestly, the Warriors have about maybe a minute or two here to try to get things on the right track. If not, though, who knows? Here is Julius Randle working, dribbling, driving against Draymond, floats it up and in. Julius got it to go. He's had a great night. A lot of the starting lineups are still in. Draymond floats it up, blocked by Gobert. Here come the T-Wolves. McDaniels up the floor in transition. DiVincenzo. Here's Randle. Randle fouled. Edwards is on the bench. Jimmy Butler's still in. Draymond's in. But looks like they're going to rest Edwards probably the rest of the night. All right, Don, have a good one, man. Guys, are we going to get this to 200 likes, yes or no? Are we going to get it there? Are we going to get it there? 25 more. Who's going to be the ones, man? Who's going to be the ones? Can you let me know when Kuminga's on the bench? He's on the floor right now. Cavs and Pacers play tomorrow, and then it'll be the Nuggets and the Thunder. 6:20 to go here in this ball game. Appreciate y'all staying up with me on the late night. Here is Pajemski. Draymond to Pajemski. 6:18 to play. Moses Moody in for the first time. Draymond lays it up and in. So Warriors starting to go a little deeper in the bench now, bringing in some of the cleanup crew. They kind of see the writing on the wall here. Still have Jimmy and Draymond in though. DiVincenzo drive, lost the ball, goes out of bounds, going to stay with Minnesota. Kerr needs to sit the rest of the starters and bow out gracefully, says Busy. Dalen says, gave 3 likes from 3 different accounts. Thank you, man. Appreciate the love. Thank you, man. We need 22 more. Are you guys, I mean, it's up to you guys at this point, man. We need 20-something more. Oh. It is 12:43 a.m. If you are still up here with me, man, if you are up right now, drop a fire in the chat. You're a real one, man. You are a real one. Let's go. Let's go. 19 more likes now. 50 subs away from 43K. You guys are the best, man. Let's go. What time is it where you guys are watching it right now? 12:44 a.m. I've been live streaming since 6:30 p.m. Eastern. So it's been 6 hours of live streaming, with a little break in between. Looks like we have I think they challenged this. I think the Warriors challenged it. 9:44, 11:44, 2:45 p.m. Wow. Tika, 2:45 p.m. 14-hour time difference. That's amazing. Ben tapping in from 5:44 a.m. Let's go, Ben. Ben's up late night with us, man. Ben, I hope you're sleeping, bro. Guys, we need 18 more likes. Let's go. Get us to the big 200, man. We might wake up the neighbors one more time, man. Successful challenge. Call overturned. It's going to be Warriors basketball. Does Jimmy Butler want to take any shots now? He's only got 9 shot attempts tonight. I don't know what he's doing, but might be too little too late. Is Jimmy Butler hurt? Does he not care anymore? What is he doing? I know Steph is mad as heck. 37 years old, was playing at an all-time level at the end of this season, and might be all for naught. Anyway, we are halfway through this fourth quarter in a game that's felt like it's drug on a long time with these stoppages and these fouls. Warriors 0 for 8 from 3 in the second half, and just as I say that, another foul here on the floor. Tika tapping in from Australia. Let's go, Tika. Thanks for supporting us out in Australia. Jimmy was mentally ready to play Robin as Steph's Batman. That's true. That's true. It's a different role. Now we got another foul. Bro. First one good for Jimmy Butler. All right, 5:40 to go here in the fourth quarter. 108-91. And another foul. Guys, this is on you now. We got 17 more likes to go. Are we going to get it there? Are we going to get it to 200? Is he capable? He's capable of getting 25 a game. I agree. Jimmy's in Cancun, says busy. He might be already mentally in Cancun. He's like, yeah, I'm done. We did enough. I'm done. I'm in Cancun. Even Chenzo going to knock down the first free throw. All Curry can do is just talk and smile. He has nothing else to say. Even Chenzo going to knock down another one. 110-91. 110-91. Here is Kuminga. Going to dribble, spin, one bounce, or chest pass out to Draymond. Dribbles, kicks. Pajemski. Step back. Pajemski jumped into Gobert. They didn't even call the foul that time. They said, screw your foul. They said, no way. Here's Julius Randle. Finds DiVincenzo. Back to Randle. 5 minutes to play. Here's Conley. The dribble. The oop. Randle comes down with it. Fell out of bounds. And another foul. $15 more, guys. We got 5 minutes. Are we going to do it? Are we going to do it? Yes or no? It's now or never. .456 to play. Here's the floater. Missed again by Draymond. Minnesota has it. Getting ready to go up 3-1 in this series. Heading back to Minnesota. Edwards is back in the game. I don't know why he's back in. Pajemski, one bouncer off the foot of Conley. It's a kick ball. Guys, we are 44 subs away. I don't know why Minnesota's got their starters in. We have a timeout here. What are we calling timeout for, man? All seriousness, though, man, I appreciate you guys so much for staying up late with me. 240 people still rocking with us live. Let's keep growing the community. Let's keep building. I'm an independent content creator just trying to pave my lane. We do a ton of coverage, man. Like I said, I cover the Sixers all year long. I cover the Eagles over on my Eagles channel. I'm on Bleacher Report. We're on every platform. Just trying to continue to grow this community. 12 more likes, guys. That's the last time I'm going to mention it. It's up to y'all, man. We get there, we'll stream the game tomorrow night. If not, I might sleep for 24 hours. 4:36 to play. Here is Quentin Post, finally sees the floor, as well as Guy Santos with the reverse layup. Minnesota has their whole starting lineup in. I don't know why. Kevin Knox is in for Golden State. So Golden State has pulled everybody for Golden State. 3-ball Conley, no good. Pat Spencer, Quentin Post, Guy Santos, Moses Moody, and Kevin Knox in for the Warriors. Here's Kevin Knox working against Gobert. Finds Moody. Moody at the top. Moody, one bouncer. Santos swings it to Post in the corner for 3. Cha-ching! Cha-ching. I'd pull the starters. I agree. Can you let me know when Kuminga's on the bench? Yeah, he's on the bench. Edwards at the top, guarded by Moody. Going to swing it over to McDaniels. McDaniels to Randall. 10 on the shot clock. Randall turns, floats one up. It's short. Picked up by Golden State. Santos down low to Moody. Moody. One bouncer to Spencer. Back to Moses Moody in the corner for 3. No can do. Picked up by Minnesota. Edwards guarded by Knox. Kevin Knox. Longtime vet now, kind of, sort of. Here's Edwards, one-on-one, working against Kevin Knox. He's going to step over. Edwards lost control of the ball. 3-on-2. Santos to Knox up the floor. Slams it in the open lane. Conley over to Edwards. Edwards, guarded by Spencer. Trying to get aggressive, and he does. It's a foul. Clint says 8 more. Let's go. Hit that like button. Where are we at now? We need 9 more, man. I don't know if we're going to get it. We got 2.5 minutes. I don't know if we're going to get it, Clint. People in the chat are slacking right now. Randall at the line for 2. Julius Randle's had a great night, though, man. First one good for Julius. Big time game out of Julius Randle. Third duo in Minnesota playoff history to each score 30 in a game. Last to do it was Sam Cassell and Kevin Garnett. Shout out to Sam Cassell, man. Shout out to our boy Sammy. And Randall going to knock down the pair. So Randall's got 31 on the night. Dropped the 30s for Julius as well. He's been cooking. Moody slides and hits the floor. 2:20 to go here in this game. Knox tried to find Santos and he turned it over. Busy B says, past my bedtime. Busy, I appreciate you for staying up with us too. Shout out to you. Real one in the chat. You guys are still in here, man. Drop a comment. I'll shout you out. The fact that you guys are in here right now is amazing. I don't even know how I'm in here. Edwards dribbling down the lane, crosses over. Edwards with the hook shot. It was an air ball. And Knox going to pick it up. And he stepped out of bounds. Oh, man. We need 42 more subs, man. Can we get to 43K? We're still here grinding on the late night. 3 more likes, by the way. 3 more. We're out here vibing at 1 a.m. That's what we do, man. Now the T-Wolves are subbing in Dante DiVincenzo. Bro, what is going on in this game? Like, I feel like we're getting trolled right now. Like, why are they bringing starters back in? And now we have another stoppage. Dude, these refs are playing with our emotions. They're playing with us right now. And now a turnover anyway. Moody for 3, and he drains it. All of a sudden, it's 114 to 101. Now what? Steph looks on in his red jacket. Warriors full court pressing. Can the cleanup crew make it interesting? Alexander Walker up the floor. He's going to dribble, drive, and he's fouled. Let me drop the Discord link in the chat. I see the 200 in the chat. Did we get 200? Let's go! Yes, sir! Wake them up! Wake them up! Drop the yes sirs in the chat. If you're new to this, don't worry, man. You're welcome. Drop the yes sirs in the chat. You guys are the best community in the world. You know, I say this a lot, but like, I really like to give shout outs to my community because without you guys, I would be nothing. The fact that you guys are in here at 1 in the morning and we're waking up the neighbors, like, that's crazy. It's crazy stuff, man. You guys are amazing. Drop the yes sirs, man. Let's go, man. The fact that we've been live streaming for 6 hours, 5-6 hours, we're just here like it's nothing, man. You guys are the best. Best in the world, man. RB, Philly Take with RB. Keep supporting the grind, man. We're going to keep streaming playoff games. We're going to be live streaming tomorrow night now. Let's go. I'm having fun with these games, man. A lot more fun than I did with the Sixers games all year. Now the Sixers got the 3rd overall pick, so we're back. Are we challenging this? Is that what we're waiting for? Dude, you cannot be serious. Warriors challenged again. They got another successful challenge. Now the real question is, can we get 38 more subs? Do we have 38 people in us to get us to 43K? JJ says, knock, knock, who's there? Wake up, it's your neighbor. Yeah, I'm pretty sure my neighbors are calling the cops at this point, but I've been screaming for the last 5 hours. I mean, who cares? Who cares? $146 to go here in the 4th quarter. 114, 101. We have a jump ball at midcourt. Post couldn't win it. T-Wolves get it. Taps it back to Golden State. And Santos lays it up. And Post tried to put back the dunk and he missed it. Oh my gosh. Are you serious? How did he miss? How did he miss that? Alexander Walker, DiVincenzo, dribbling, driving, and another foul. This game is just never going to end. If you guys didn't watch my stream earlier, definitely go back and watch that, man. That was a lot of fun. Join our Discord, become a channel member, support our channel, man. Appreciate y'all. Free throw's good for DiVincenzo. 115, 101. 120 to go. Here's Moses Moody going to drive, step back. Moody against DiVincenzo. Moody, one bouncer to post. What a backdoor cut that was off the spin. 115, 103. If you guys haven't yet liked the show, subscribe to the channel. And another steal and a dunk by the Warriors again. It's a 10-point game. What is going on right now? Here's the inbound to McDaniels. Warriors trying to foul him. They couldn't get him. Double teamed. McDaniels throws it off the leg of Santos. It's going to stay with Minnesota. They almost stole that one too. That's crazy, man. This game's been wild. Alexander Walker looking at inbound. He's going to find Julius Randle. Back to Alexander Walker, guarded by Spencer. Kicks it to Randle. Randle going to find Alexander Walker. Over to Naz Reid for three. Can't get it to go. Picked up by Golden State, and they are off and running. Spencer, Santos, the drive to the corner. Moody, step back for three. He missed it. Timberwolves pick it up. And now the Warriors foul. Why are you fouling? Why are you fouling? First one good for Alexander Walker. $2 super chat. Imagination Studios. RB, will you do live calls tonight? Want to talk a lot. No, I'm not doing live calls, bro. It's 1 in the morning. I'm ready to go to sleep. I've been live since 6:30. Draft lottery and this. No live calls tonight. 30 seconds to go. Spencer down the lane. Floats it up. Missed it. And another foul. Yo, these refs do not want to leave, bro. These refs are having too much fun. These refs are having too much fun, bro. There's no way. We're starting to approach Paul George stream territory and James Harden territory. First one's good. Yeah, Imagination, we'll do some call-in shows in the next couple weeks, probably. Probably in a couple weeks. Got a lot of content to pump out. Second one is going to be good. 117-107. Here we go. And a turnover. 20 seconds to play now. I'm excited for this Nuggets Thunder game. I think that's going to be a good one. Series tied at 2. Walker almost turns it over, and now another one hit out of bounds. So the clock is just not moving. Clock is not moving at all. Here's the inbound again. Almost stolen away again. Goes out of bounds again. Guys, the clock is literally not moving. This is crazy. Bro, can we just end the game? Like, what are we doing here, man? Inbound the freaking ball, and they turned it over to the Warriors. Santos pump fake, shoots a 3, made it. Now it's a 7-point game. I know the people with the spread are probably mad as heck right now. DiVincenzo turns it over again. Are the T-Wolves trying to, like, just be stupid? Are we really doing this? Like, come on now. Quentin Post from half court, airballed it, out of bounds again. 0.6 on the clock. This is actually impressive. I've never seen a team turn a game that's 20 seconds into 5 minutes. And the game is finally over. The Timberwolves win it 117-110. Usually I have things to say, but I have nothing else to say other than thank you for being a part of this, man. NBA Playoff Game Day live show. Timberwolves win it 117-110. You guys were amazing tonight. All the people that tapped in on the NBA Draft Lottery show. All the people that tapped in on the Game Day Live playoff show tonight. You guys were amazing. Thank you for supporting Philly Take with RB. Thanks for being a diehard member. And like I said, guys, a lot of draft content to come in the next few weeks. And more playoff streams as well. Be back tomorrow night. We're going to live stream Thunder versus Nuggets. Let's go. Busy Beat, thank you for being a part of this tonight and holding down the chat. Shazy, thanks for being here. JJ, thanks for stopping in. Appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate y'all for being in the chat. All the other mods, members. Let's go, man. Timberwolves go up 3-1. One more game from going back to the conference finals. Can they do it on Thursday night? We'll see, man. Figure it out. Find out. All I know is I'm going to bed with the Sixers at the 3rd overall selection. I'm a happy man. Sixers are about to change the franchise forever. Warriors win again, or Warriors lose again. Timberwolves win again. Appreciate y'all, man. Philly Tag with RB. Enjoy the rest of your night. Catch y'all on the next one. Peace.